Missing someone.
Oh shit.
You gotta start talking.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Impulsive Thoughts.
How impulsive are you?
Very.
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
Yeah, most of the
For
time.
me.
Are you manic or what?
Or what?
And you hear two other voices. And we are doing another collab this week with...
Bit of Damn. That cherry is loaded for real.
I told you.
Holy shit.
It's soaked in bourbon, bro.
No, it's not water.
Whoa. All right. Let's get going.
Wolf guy.
Joined here with...
That was crazy.
Joined here with MmKay.
Okay, I'm Miss K. Hello, how you doing?
Okay.
How you doing?
Don't do drugs.
How you
today.
doing?
Okay.
Got Kayla.
What's up? How's it popping?
And
How's it popping?
How's it
I
popping?
was in a what's popping?
This way.
this is going to be a good podcast.
This way, that way, whatever fucking way you want it to pop. I don't know.
And we have Mama Cardi B.
Cardi B!
And I'm joined here with my co-host as well, Mr. Dano.
Whoa, I got introduced
Yeah,
first
gotcha.
before Donnie.
Because I was looking at you.
Good night, mate.
And Mr. Donnie Rowe.
Definitely don't have as much energy as most of the people here.
Hell nah.
Why not?
Why not?
Because that's Grandpa Don. I might be the old one, but he
Grandpa
acts old.
Rossi. He didn't like that.
Ron Don.
Ron Don John Bon
Also-
Jovi.
Yes.
Sorry. My dad said
It's
that
just
once,
something
and I
that
was like, damn.
some of my friends started calling me out of nowhere.
Ron Don Bon Jovi.
John Bon Jovi.
Yeah. Run down John Bon Jovi.
Ron Don John. Bon Jovi.
Don't ask me why.
I think it was
don't know.
Anthony started that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mr.
Pretty
T
sure.
Stacks.
Anthony did, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I remember that. I heard my dad say it. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, fuck.
Pretty sure your dad said it Sunday when I saw him too.
Did he
Probably.
fucking really? Oh
Probably.
My God, of course he fucking did.
I seen him for maybe an hour, and then I left.
He was very excited to see you.
Yeah, I know.
He was very happy. He was like, I saw Lupe, and I was like, I'm going to hang out with Lupe tomorrow, just so you know, just in case you're jealous. Just in case you're jealous.
Wow, I guess I didn't get a mention from Gary. Even called him Gare Bear too. Jesus.
Because he fucking hates that.
That's why you didn't get a mention.
That's why I didn't get a kiss, I think.
That's probably why.
Yeah, him too. I haven't seen him in probably a year and a half.
So what am I, your sister, or what the fuck is going on here?
You're always going to be my sister.
Thank you.
So I have a question then. So you're just Kayla and you're Cardi B,
Hell yeah.
I mean, I'm Miss K, but yes.
Miss K.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm your host here, Miss K.
And she's on brand.
I am on brand. If you ever listen to MmKay podcast, I got my White Claw. You know what it is.
So Lupe has mentioned before you are like a licensed therapist for real,
Oh, God.
Which
Woof.
I always tell
or not? Like what?
I am.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
which I always tell Lupe when I first met her, that would have been the furthest thing from my mind of what she did for work.
But that's cool. I think my daughter's going to school for psychology shit. So
So I actually went to school. Originally, I wanted to do just like psychology and like the brain, learning about the brain and stuff. And I realized that psychology is really fucking hard, and I don't math.
Either.
2 + 2 = like fish. I don't know.
Didn't I
but
tell you that the other day? So I was like, I don't do good on math.
Yeah,
Math
you
is not-
did.
Because you were
Carissa
talking
does
about.
it.
Yeah,
math?
I was talking about taking a pre-calculus class.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's about to take some pre-calc
Yeah.
classes, and I'm
But what do you mean math with psychology?
Because if you're a psychiatrist, you can prescribe drugs.
Oh,
You need
you're
to know
talking about
Yeah.
drugs.
milliliters and
Yeah.
milligrams and
Got it.
yeah. So I ended up going to JJC, and then I went to. Well, I actually hated it. I thought I was gonna like it in the city, at DePaul University.
deliver
I
there.
deliver there.
No shade to DePaul at all. I love that school, but like, fuck the city. I am a suburban girl through and through. I couldn't
Me
do it. It
too.
was loud. There were so many people.
You're a suburban girl.
I have ADHD. It's just too overstimulating. I cannot do
There's
it.
a lot going on in the city.
Yeah. So I couldn't sleep. It was terrible. So
Oh, you lived on
I kinda-
campus too?
Huh?
You lived on campus?
Yeah, I
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
That area over there is loud
It
too.
is.
I failed that year, college. But then I ended up going to Lewis University, my undergrad in psychology. And then when I was going to go to my graduate program, I wanted to continue doing psychology, but I ended up switching to social work because in social work, you still can do counseling. You can do regular therapy counseling, and that's what I always wanted to do. Originally, I thought I wanted to be a probation officer, but you can't do counseling while you're a probation officer. You just fucking check in on people, and you're like, hey, are you doing what you're supposed to do?
You probably could, but it wouldn't be official.
But it also would be like fucking shady as hell. I'd be like, I'm not even. Do you even live here?
Do you even live in
No. Come to my office and we'll talk about your childhood trauma. How about that? How about that? So yeah, I ended up going to.
So we got to move the pod to the couch over there so we can get.
I actually. So I ended up graduating from Aurora University with my master's in social work,
Nice.
and then I took my licensing exam, and I have my license in social work, and I'm actually about to take my clinical license test to be an LCSW, and I have a CADC, which is Certified Drug and Alcohol Counseling. Woo,
Wow.
alcohol. But yeah, it's
That's
just,
awesome.
It's a lot, and when I'm like, oh yeah, I'm an LSW, I'm gonna be an LCSW, CADC, A B C D E F G. I don't fucking know.
Got a lot of
know.
letters after your name.
Yeah.
People get very confused by it because it's a lot of the
So yeah, what is LSW then?
licensed social worker.
Okay.
So I'm a licensed social worker in Illinois, and CADC is certified alcohol and drug counselor.
So you can't counsel us today because we're in Indiana.
You know, you
Again.
might be right.
Again,
You
not
might be
officially.
Off the record,
It's out of my jurisdiction. I am not on duty.
Can
Just so everybody knows.
can you prescribe me some lithium?
Jesus. He went straight
Do
for the
you
heart
have
shit.
schizophrenia?
I could pretend like it.
For bipolar too.
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Facts.
Do you do stuff like that too, or no?
What, therapy?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a therapist.
She's like, I
Yeah.
do therapy.
I talk to a therapist,
But every
but I'm not
therapist
one.
needs a therapist. But no, she does her memo stuff.
Yeah, I'm an X-ray tech.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that what Amy does?
My
Or
ex-wife does
Sarah?
that.
I think they both do.
Yeah.
And I think James is going for radiology, right?
X-ray
It's-
thing.
Aren't you?
That's radiology is X-ray.
Radiology?
Well, I specialize in mammography, so mostly
Yeah.
mammograms, but I still do X-rays.
That's my dream job.
She's supposed to X-ray my fucking broken ass
There are
knee.
no male mammographers. Sorry.
I will be the first.
Not pushing titties.
It's so weird though, because there's so many male gynecologists, but
Right.
no male mammographers. Like,
You know what's strange?
That's actually weird.
It's
Dan,
like-
you can join and just do the man boobs.
Well, and then to go instead of my joking ways to go serious, like a lot of the girls I know, they're more comfortable with a female gynecologist too.
yeah, that's true.
And it's weird that you said there's more male gynecologists I think than female
I think
gynecologists,
so, yeah.
which is
actually
weird.
is kind of fucked up because this is from my mom saying this. She was actually more comfortable with a guy doing
Yeah.
it because men tend to be more gentle Women are like, you can fucking handle it. Just ram that shit up there and fucking open it up. Let me swipe that shit. And I'm like, oh my God. Ow.
I don't know about all that because men have bigger hands.
I have, but
Typically.
dude, if it's a fucking little tool majigger, it's not their hand.
This is when I really wish I had video because the way what she's doing is hilarious.
But they still
No, I have a male gynecologist, and he's actually really cool. He's a fucking Chinese dude, and he's super professional. He's very like.
Well, he's Chinese. He has
straight
small
to the
hands.
point. He's straight to the point.
Right, exactly.
But
Funny
you
you
do,
bring
you
that
do
up.
have to have a woman in the room, obviously, when you're getting an exam.
Oh, you do?
Oh,
Is that new?
Is it? Because
Okay,
yeah,
pasta?
I don't
What?
remember,
I've never. I mean, I've got
Well,
four babies, and I don't remember any of.
Well, when you're getting just like a regular exam, like your annual, whatever the fuck, stick shit up your
Pap smear?
coochie, like you have to have a woman in the room when there's a male gynecologist,
That's mine.
just to stand there. Well, you don't have one though, right?
Well, I used to have a male and now I have a female, so I don't know if things have changed.
I had a female before,
And now you have
but
a man.
I have a male now. Yeah, and there's always a nurse or somebody.
There's usually
Really?
a woman
Woman.
practitioner there, yeah.
like a woman that's in.
But yeah, I think you're right.
To make sure there's no creepy shit going on.
Right.
What kind of gynae do you have, Lupe?
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because
So in Nashville,
earlier at work
Does
we were
Dan
talking.
do it for you?
sometimes.
No,
That's
so-
what they
so-
said in Nashville.
Oh my
So
God, are you
listen.
boofing it? Damn.
Earlier at work, we were talking about like the wake I had to go to earlier. She passed away from colon cancer, and it brought everyone bringing up, "Hey, have you had your colonoscopy yet?" I'm like, "No," but it brought up also, the prostate exam, and I said, all these advances in technology, and still the best way to test a prostate is a finger in the butt, which led to me joking my dad when he told me, he's like, "Hey, have you ever seen my doctor? He's a little Asian guy." He goes, "I picked him because he has the smallest hands." I'm like, "Okay," so I'm like, "All right, that makes sense." So just full circle there, like, yeah, it's weird.
It is very weird.
So what's the colonoscopy? What is that? 45?
I thought 50.
50, I think
Okay.
it's 50.
Thought 50, and that's what's weird. Nikki
So
was only
basically, you
44.
should go now.
They well, they do say like even if you're mid 30s, you can still go.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can still go.
I
For sure.
probably won't,
I
but
had, my, I had my prostate checked once, and I was in the fetal position the rest of the day. Like,
yeah.
Mommy.
We're not talking about what you do with Jamie in the bedroom.
Well, has anyone ever had a vasectomy before?
Nope. People,
Okay, my husband had one.
My wife wants me to get one.
And he
Well, yeah, because you're popping kids
How many
left and
kids
right.
do you have again? 4?
37? 4. I got 4. Dad, you listen to the podcast?
I just, like, you said it earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you said you have 4 babies.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah. Yeah, my oldest, he's 22. He'll be 23 in September. He's leaving for the Army in 2 weeks.
oh, wow.
And then my oldest daughter, she just hit 21 last Thursday. That's what we went to Nashville for. And then I have one that'll be, Easton will be 8 in June, and Rylan just turned 5 in
A
February.
little bit of an age gap.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
So y'all were fucking.
Y'all be fucking.
The older 2 with my ex-wife, so
Oh, okay.
it's yeah, so far.
That's a lot of kids. My husband, B-Rad from the Bezoo. Shout out to that motherfucker. But anyway, he's like, we have 3 dogs now.
3 dog children.
3 dogs. 3 fucking dogs. And he's like, gets stressed as fuck when we go to the vet. We went to the vet today.
You take them all at the same time?
Yeah, well, we took him because one of them was scooting his boot.
Well, what kind of dogs are they, though?
One's a Chihuahua Fox Terrier. His name's Frankie.
Ankle biter.
One is actually, he's kind of big. He's like 11 pounds. He's decent. And the other one that we got was supposed to be like 8 pounds, 7 or 8 pounds.
He's 14.
He's
No.
20.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
He's 25 pounds.
Well, I got a 100-pound Rottweiler,
But
so.
it turns out that he's actually a Carolina dog. And I had never heard of that.
Yeah, what does that
before.
mean?
I don't know what that is.
If you look it up on your phone, that's exactly what it looks like. It's like he's got the pointy ears, he has a curly tail.
Maybe that's what I saw, not a kangaroo.
Yeah,
man.
A Carolina
and he
dog.
is a menace
I have a
to
Delilah.
society.
And what's the third?
And the third one is a little Shih Tzu. And I have actually a tattoo for my first Shih Tzu, Toby. Shout out to Toby.
Like that one.
Lupe told me that he listened to. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. Yep. Shout out to Toby. That was my first dog.
Yeah, that episode killed me.
Yeah.
Because all I could think about was Delilah.
She actually, her son asked her to, Cardi's son asked her to play it again. And
He
then,
listened to it with me. He's like, Mom, is this a true story?
because he knew
I'm
Toby.
like,
He knew
Okay, so you have no kids and you have a son.
yeah.
How old's your son?
He'll be 12 on May 3rd.
May 3rd. in
What's his
like
name?
1 week.
Silas.
Silent. That's a cool name.
That is a cool name.
Psy guy.
Because I've always heard you say Psy. I've never heard the full name.
Yeah, short for Silas.
Okay.
Nice.
I think of that grandpa when I hear the name Psy. What's from, was it Duck Dynasty?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I actually got it from the show Weeds.
Nice.
Weeds, yes.
She has the two sons, like Shane and Silas. And
So-
I was like, Silas, that's a cool last name.
Originally, because I know you're a huge Pokemon fan, I thought Psyduck.
That's so funny. I do call him that sometimes.
Issa got a brand new Pokemon hat she was wearing today, a Pikachu hat.
Nice.
It's pretty cool looking too. I'm like, whoa, that's a badass hat.
I will tell you, though, that our new dog that we have now is the Shih Tzu that we have. I mean, well, Toby was blind.
Yeah.
You know, if you knew him, he's a little blind Shih Tzu. He'd follow me everywhere. The dude we have now, this motherfucker is 4 pounds now, okay? He was 2.4 when we first brought him in at
Oh
6
my
weeks.
God.
He's
Jeez.
almost 10 weeks now. He's 4 pounds of fury.
He's feisty.
He's feisty as fuck.
He's
He
like-
plays with our 25-pound Carolina dog
Yeah.
like there's no tomorrow.
Like,
He's
he
just
thinks he's a
barking
big
and
dog.
he thinks he's a big
Yeah.
dog and he's
It's
just
so
like
cute.
biting at him, and Finn is actually very gentle with him, which is a blessing in disguise. Because that man ripped our mattress up all the way to the springs. He did. Finnegan, he went all through the fucking, like,
Fuck
the
this mattress.
outside, through the foam, all the way to the springs, and flung everything everywhere. While my husband was in the next room, and then he got mad at me. I was like, my dude, I was at work. You work from home. How the fuck did this dog do this? And you did not realize it. I don't know. But he's a menace. He's a little trouble. He's a troublemaker. He's a mama's boy, but oh boy, Finnegan.
The little 8-pound dog did that.
No,
Oh.
the 25.
Oh, okay.
So we got
The Carolina Reaper dog.
Franklin's the Chihuahua, who's like 10 pounds. Finnegan is the Carolina dog, who's 25 pounds, and Ferdinand is
The bull?
the little Shih
Ferdinand the
Tzu,
bull.
who's
Ferdinand the Bull.
Ferdinand the Bull.
that's
That's
exactly
a
why I named him
throwback.
that.
That's a throwback.
And he's about 4 pounds now.
John
he just
Cena.
got his first vaccines. He's doing good. He's doing good.
John Cena played the voice of Ferdinand the Bull, I think, in the movie.
In
the cartoon.
I didn't know that.
Fucking, I can't get over it because Brad, every single time wrestling comes on, John Cena! Because he was a wrestler before.
Yeah.
He was
And matter of fact, I
Oh,
actually
was he?
think
Yeah.
I've mentioned him on the podcast a while ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
Be
I-
funny,
I'm
be
almost
funny
sure I
if Barry
did.
knew him.
He might.
Yeah, he used to be like a professional wrestler. He did tag team matches with his partner Doug. And he's just very much like, he just went to Missouri last weekend to go see like GPW or
What was his wrestling name?
fucking I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Terrible wife.
Jesus. Don't even know his wrestling
I was
name.
just going to ask you that. 'cause I
Oh,
was-
Brad Kevins. It's Brad
Oh, okay.
Kevins. Because his dad's name was Kevin and it's Brad Kevins. Yeah.
Because I was going to text my friend Barry to see if he knew him because he
Brad
wrestled too.
Kevins is what his name was.
Yeah, and I think I've seen his matches on YouTube, right?
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
He has matches on YouTube, and his dad is actually the one who got him into the wrestling thing. And then after his dad died, he continued on with it, and then he actually became like a wrestler. And he was like, he wrestled with some pros before. He never did like the belt, matches and everything like that. But he definitely was up there. I'm like, you short king, bitch. My Atlanta.
Short king.
You said that
Is
already.
he short?
Short king, bitch.
Okay, well, he's not exactly short.
He's short. Come on.
But no. You're right. Damn, he is short.
How tall is he?
Fuck.
Watch them say like
I
5'10".
am 5'8" as a woman, which
Yeah.
is pretty tall.
Yeah.
Like a woman is usually
5'5"
like
ish.
5'5"
Yeah.
to 5'6". I'm like, okay, if we want to get technical, I'm 5'7" and 3/4. So I just fucking say 5'8".
So my ex-wife is 5'10",
the
and my
same-
wife now is 5'11".
Yeah. Well, my husband and I are the same height, basically.
So he's 5'8".
Yeah.
But,
And I'm, but
like,
That was
it
a
seems
long
it
way to
seems
get to a short answer.
It seems like I'm taller, and he's like, well, "You're not taller." I'm like, "Okay."
My friend Barry just texted me back and said, yeah, he remembers him.
Oh wow,
He does.
That's pretty cool.
that's awesome.
Dope!
That's pretty
oh
cool.
my god. He used to have long hair. Yeah, he looked like Tarzan. Fucking weirdo.
I don't know if I've ever seen pictures of him with this long hair. Have I?
Yeah, you have, because it was on his Instagram where he's like, and he has the long hair and shit. I'll show it to you, and you'll be
Yeah,
like, "Oh
show
fuck
me.
yeah, I remember that." I'll pull it.
So you got to start throwing in some weird noises like skirt skirt if you're gonna be Cardi B and start making weird noises over there in the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
Change that.
Okr, whatever she does.
I call her Cardi B, and she's like, "I cannot do the okr."
I can't.
So yeah, how did that come up? How did she start calling? Oh, okay, that's a Kayla thing, huh?
TBH. I don't fucking know.
Probably a
Because
drunk night. We were like fucking singing Cardi B or some shit. I don't know.
probably just like
No
because
idea.
Cardi B, actual Cardi B, is my like fucking spirit animal. It's like I'm losing my motherfucking medulla, and I'm like, wow, that's great. And then
I
Carissa
think it's my alter
is.
ego. Like when I'm
Yes,
drunk.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
When
probably
she's
what it
drunk,
is.
she acts like Cardi B. She's like got no fear. She's like, fuck all you bitches. I don't care. And I'm like,
Yeah,
that's Cardi B right there.
Mental note: don't drink with her.
Oh, I gotta see this.
Or only drink tequila with her.
So I have some 1942 over there. Do you want a shot?
Chris is not
she said
driving,
yes. She
so
said yes. There wasn't even a stall
Yeah, I
there.
know.
Yes. Yes.
she said yes. What did you say earlier to me when you needed tequila at work? You were like, necesito una shot.
Something about a shot of tequila. I don't know.
Who's driving?
Yeah.
Me, that'd be me.
I think it's because I was super fucking busy and I was just running around like crazy and there was a problem with everything. It's like one of those days where it's just like,
Are you in a hospital or
So
a clinic
you're-
or where are you at?
She works in a
Yeah.
hospital and you do x-ray and mammo.
yes,
In Joliet?
Morris.
Oh, Motown.
She works right by me. I work at the health department.
Nice.
And also at that place right outside our
Yeah, they have like outpatient clinics. So there's like,
the urgent
I go,
care.
like I travel to like different sites.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But today I was at the hospital.
You get paid more for that for being traveling? 'Cause I know traveling nurses get paid more.
A little bit. Like there's a differential pay.
That's cool.
So yeah. That's good.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
not-
when
I'm
you have
not-
a kid, that's kind of fucked up.
I'm not as smart as them. That's why I'm in the trades.
Well, I was a truck
Blue
driver.
collar life.
Yeah. I'm only slightly smarter than Lupe. That's why I'm a manager now.
Well,
And I'm
for
after
now.
And I'm after his job.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm not. Fuck that.
I miss my.
I have enough responsibility with one route. I don't want 4 more.
So I have a question.
We have no answers.
Lupe, I'm your sister from another mister. What the fuck are you doing now?
What do you mean?
Like,
as far as
for a job?
He works for
like,
me.
Are you?
That doesn't.
yeah,
Yeah, bro. I don't fucking know.
Industrial laundry.
yeah.
Are you his pimp or?
Are you? Do you do lawns?
Laundry, not lawn. Damn, Mexican ass.
I know,
I was gonna
right?
say, she just wanted to make the Mexican
Yeah.
joke.
Totally did.
You know Cintas and Aramark?
Yeah, like Cintas and Aramark, I deliver uniforms and floor mats and stuff like that.
Like, dude, I don't fucking know that. I saw your Snapchat the other day where you're like, "Oh, I thought I found $100."
Oh my god, I was so pissed. It was a fucking weed baggie.
Was it like glued to the ground?
No, it was stuck in. It was in somebody's pocket, and I was grabbing the uniforms, and it like was showing, and I seen it. I'm like, I'm just gonna put this to the side, and I got rid of I picked up all the rest of the uniforms, and I went to my truck, and I was like, I gotta see.
Yeah.
I pulled it out. It was a baggie for weed. I was so pissed. It looked like a legit $100 bill.
Oh damn.
Oh,
So real quick work story. So Julia was at Zenaida's desk all day trying to do something on her computer, and I'm getting ready to leave to go to the wake. And as I'm leaving, I'm talking about, I don't have time to do this or that, whatever. I go and, I was talking about SmackDown. I said I won't be able to watch it tonight. I was telling Julian.
SmackDown.
Yeah, I was telling Julian I can't watch it tonight.
Of course.
Yes.
Oh my god! Yes, she has
Oh
one.
my god.
That's awesome.
That's a
Bitch, you have that?
baggie.
It's a baggie, bro.
Shit. And so I was telling Julian, I can't watch SmackDown the night we record the podcast on Friday nights. Oh, you do a podcast? Julia, you do a podcast?
Oh,
I'm like,
shit.
well, kind of. I go, it's not very big. She goes, okay, understood. Because I'm like, don't ask. I'm like, no, because some of the shit we talk about,
That's
I
exactly
no.
how I
that.
feel about my job because I'm
Yeah.
a therapist and I'm like, I do not tell anyone that I do a podcast at all.
Well, not only that, I was high as fuck last week.
But I mean, he talks about smoking on here and there.
Yeah.
So
I don't
some
smoke,
people
but-
at work know about it, but they don't listen to it. But she's the kind of person that I think
That
she would go
yeah,
listen, and
totally.
we'd both get fired.
So, Kayla, when you go home, ask Brad if he knows someone named Barry Wright, Ryte, because Barry just said he wrestled Brad a bunch.
Oh
I
wow!
bet he
No
did.
shit.
Let
Holy
me
cow!
text
That's crazy.
Talk about
Fucker
full
right
circle.
now. He's at home with our 3-year-old.
That's
Let me text him
insane.
right now. How do you spell
not,
that shit?
Not watching them, making sure they're not eating the thing.
Bro, he
R-Y-T-E.
let him out the other day, and I was like, he's gonna fall off the ledge. Are you paying attention? The hell are you doing? Did you wrestle who?
Barry Wright.
Ryte.
Interesting.
Ryte.
Anybody need a refill?
Nope, I'm good.
I need a pee fill.
I have Corona Light, Modelo. I have.
Oh my god, Lupe! I fucking texted Brad. I said, "Did you Barry Wright?"
Did you Barry Wright?
Not did you wrestle Barry Wright? Did you Barry Wright?
Wisconsin beer. I have that Wisconsin beer.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
There's some twisted teas in here.
no, fuck that.
I'll do a twisted tea.
I'll take a Modelo.
Did you stop recording?
Nope.
It's still recording.
Oh, son of a
Just
fuck.
setting it
This is
out.
where we talk shit about Lupe because he doesn't have his headphones on.
Oh, you gotta wait till he actually goes upstairs.
I know. I'm ruining the bit.
I have Truly's.
I'll take another Modelo, por favor.
Hell yeah, Cardi B.
And she wants that shot of 1792.
And
And the shot is 1792.
whatever else.
I have Smirnoff Ice in here.
Ew, what are you, a bitch?
Well,
Where any of this came from?
have you met
Well, I
Lupe?
left the twisted tea because I didn't like the taste of them.
Tea.
I drink them. Me and Logan were drinking them last time.
It was shitty aftertaste.
I keep like burping. I hope nobody hears me.
I
I don't know if you noticed.
I haven't heard you yet.
Hitting mute on mine.
These are good, though.
The Sunny D.
Vodka
Fuck, I've never
seltzers,
seen
Sunny D's.
vodka seltzers before. So yeah, I did listen to your Elisa Lamb
Oh, that was mine.
one.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did.
Yes!
'Cause I watched the docuseries.
Yes.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Right?
Yeah, so I had to listen to that episode. And then the most recent one about the Slender Man.
Ooh, that was a good one too. That they put
Yeah.
that him and
So I
Velma.
did listen to those.
So do you listen to a lot of true crime stuff?
I love true crime.
Do you listen to Morbid?
I don't. I don't listen to a lot of podcasts.
Oh, okay.
But I like watch a lot of documentaries.
We watch all of them too, all the time.
There's
Okay.
a new one out that I want to see. I can't remember what the name of it is.
Underground or under the stairs.
I got him watching that
Baby reindeer.
show.
I don't know.
It's on net, so it's on
Fucked up.
Netflix, and it's really weird.
Okay.
It's a true story. Like, it's kind of a true story.
It is a true story.
Well, no, it's a true story, but the guy who wrote it like changed a bunch of stuff just for the show.
He changed, what the people look like and everything, but yeah.
But so it's about a guy who got stalked by this woman,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't report it for like 6 months. And what makes it kind of even weirder is the main actor in the show is the guy who wrote it and the guy that actually got stalked.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
this
So
sounds familiar.
it's great. So the
Happened
episode,
in England.
Donnie, the episode you're on, the episode 3, where he goes to the director's house. Me and Jamie kept saying, like, for him
I knew something was
to have gone through what he went through, to make him wait 6 months to even report it to the police, to act that scene out, or like they had to be hard as fuck on him. Like, yeah.
That was the last of my 1942.
Oh shit. I thought it was 1792.
I have another bottle too, though.
I thought it was 1846.
I better see Delilah before I leave.
For sure. You know she tore her ACL.
No, of course I did not know that. Because you did not tell me that, you big old bitch.
big old bitch.
Oh, I miss my little deaf girl. Because we had Toby Blind Guy. Toby Blind Guy and Delilah the deaf girl.
Delilah's a dog, right?
Delilah's,
The dog.
well,
You said the,
yeah, she's a dog, yes.
what kind of dog?
Pit bull.
She's a pit
Oh,
bull.
Pip. Oh yeah, I saw the pictures.
She's the nicest,
She is
nicest
the
dog in the world. Yep.
cutest, deafest, awesomest dog ever.
Cutest, deafest dog.
Pick up your shot glass.
It's smoother than you think.
She says,
That's what I said before.
What the flying fuck is this?
1792
Okay.
or whatever year it is. 1492.
Son of a buck.
What year is it?
Jesus Christ. 1942.
That's his, like, hail.
in a Hellcat.
Game fucked from the back.
Whoa.
It's called
I got up to get a beer.
Sukiana. If you ever want to listen to that awesome
You definitely
song.
have to.
By,
Wait, actually, I think I just listened to that.
Did you?
you probably watched my Snapchat.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and we were in there like, bitch, I'm busting jugs in the Hellcat.
Oh, okay.
In the back seat, getting
have to
fucked
watch
from the back.
Earlier, now that you're showing it to me.
Carissa.
I'm sorry, but Evan's goated for that.
He is going
Like-
for that, bro.
Yes.
Evan is literally the one who woke us up the day after our fucking wedding. So, Evan is one of Brad's like best friends. They've known each other for a long time. He's actually a Chicago popo now.
12.
Nice.
He's 12. I'm like, bro, you the op for sure. Number one. And number two, take me
I'm
for
too
a
old for
ride
this
along.
I'm too old for this slang.
He's the op, and I was like, number two, take me for a ride along anyway.
I'm like, Evan, so what made you want to be an op, bro?
How's an op?
like the opposite person, like a fucking, like someone who's an enemy.
Like, yeah,
Okay.
like
Like if you a gangster, the ops is the police.
Yeah.
So Evan
Righto.
became a cop, and he's a cop in downtown Chicago. And the day after our wedding, because Evan was one of the groomsmen on Brad's side, and we all were partying in like the one
my
hotel,
room.
and in your
Everyone
room.
was in my fucking room.
Everyone was here like, how did this fucking
I'm like,
happen?
how the fuck?
And I was like, yep, it happened. And then me and Brad finally went back to our room. And then in the morning, Evan fucking is banging on the door. I didn't know it was him. He's fucking bam, bam, bam. I was like, dude, it's 12. What the fuck are we doing right now?
Literally.
I looked at Brad. I'm like, it's 12. What did we do wrong? He's like, I don't know. And I went to answer the door. I opened it. He's like, good morning, motherfuckers. And I'm like, oh my God. And I go lay back down, and he goes to pull the shades up. I'm like, Evan, don't.
Did it.
Wham. Just slams them up. He's like, I'm hungry. Let's go. And then we get in the car to go to fucking Buffalo Wild Wings, and he starts playing Sukiana,
With the good
eating.
cat.
He's like, bitch, I'm busting jugs in the Hellcat, in the back seat, getting fucked from the back. And I'm like, what are you
Is this
doing?
12 noon or 12 midnight?
No.
12 is the
12
police.
is, yeah.
Oh.
It's like 10 a.m. With 12.
It was like 10:30.
Well, she said it's 12. Okay, never mind.
I got it. It's alright.
No,
It's
Evan-
okay.
That's why I'm
Evan-
like trying to figure out. He woke you up at. You were mad. He woke you up at noon. I'm like,
No.
You
He woke
lost-
us up at like fucking 10.
You lost Dan like just before halfway.
Might
of this.
be.
You got to remember, he's up there in age. So you
I
gotta-
forgot. I guessed the right age, but
Well,
okay,
I got the
Dan.
clip for the beginning of our episode.
so okay, Dan. So when we say 12, what we mean is the police,
The popo, the 5
the popo, the 5-0, the fuzz.
I
whatever the
understand
fuck you call
that.
it.
Where does 12 come from?
Because Evan is 12 now.
But no, but why do police call 12?
I don't know.
It's just a gang
Yeah,
thing.
why?
And some
Yeah.
dumbass was like, "Oh, because 1 + 2 or 911 equals 12." I'm like, dude, that equals 11. What are you talking about, you fucking idiot?
No, actually.
I don't know where they came from. I used to work at an inpatient rehab with all the kids from the inner city from like Inglewood, back of the yards, like the shitty parts of Cicero. Like I used to work there, and they're like, "Fuck 12,"
Christ.
and I'm like, "How do you? Where did you get 12 from?"
I've always known that though, because like people have always said that since you were younger.
Yeah, that's what I don't know. Maybe it's a
Johnny's on
generational
Google
thing.
machine figuring it out for us.
It's
Yeah.
a new slang.
But now Evan's fucking 12, and I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
See, I think I still say 5-0.
This whole conversation, like I said, I thought Evan was like a 12-year-old. Then I thought, he woke you up at
that'd
12
be
noon.
creepy. No.
I'm like, what the hell?
No, Evan
All right, now
came
that
in our room.
now that I know what's going on, when we replay this and I listen to it, I'm like, oh, it makes more sense now.
Do you want to tell that one story
Which one?
That
with
one
Evan?
story.
Are you talking about the butthole thing?
What?
Whoa.
The thing that smelled like poop?
It smelled like
The
cat
ammonia?
Butthole smells like poop.
Yes.
No, it was, okay.
Smelling salts.
It was smelling salt. That's what it was.
I got
That
some.
shit was
It smells-
fucked up.
Bro, though, that's not dog. This smells like cat piss.
Yep.
But
It's
Bro.
ammonia.
Yeah.
I stuck my face in it.
So tell the story.
Oh, God.
I mean, do you need to smell some smelling salts to tell that story? Because I got some smelling
Do you need
salts.
to suck my dick to listen?
Whoa, damn! I like her putting you in your place, Lupe. Let's go.
Feisty. So, Evan, who's also 12,
Well, did you
i.e.
get an answer?
Police.
Yeah,
What?
she's telling her story.
No,
Wait, no,
I want to know what the 12 is first.
No, it just says.
I just said I don't know.
it
No,
just-
but he was Googling it.
It just says that there's really no exact origin. They think that it started because of police codes, like how they use numbers for codes and stuff.
Yeah.
That is very.
It's like a 4369 motherfucker.
That was very
I don't know.
unfulfilling. That answer.
1730. I mean,
1738.
I said, hey, what's up? Hello.
I don't know. that
Okay,
either.
Fetty Wap.
It's a song.
It's by Fetty Wap. So, anyways, it was a horrible story. I had like a panic attack at the end of it, but so
You know how smelling salts come in little tiny packets?
okay, in my defense,
Because-
I've never seen it,
All right.
smelled it, whatever,
we
ever before.
Bro,
ever.
we have them at work for people like if they're gonna faint.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a tiny little packet, like a little salt, less than a salt packet.
Right.
And then Evan went randomly. We're all at Kayla's house. He comes down with a jar, and he's like, "Kayla, smell this."
Oh,
And it was filled with smelling
shit.
salts?
Big
Yes.
ass jar. Of smelling
How?
salts.
Where'd he get it all from?
He's a cop,
He's a cop. I don't know.
bro. So like,
Yeah, remember he's
He's
12.
12.
He's
He's
12.
12. He's 12. I don't fucking
And
know.
I don't know
then
where
me and
12-year-olds get that shit.
Alexis
was there.
Me and Alexis go, bro. No. Like, first of all, you don't trust 12. Second of all,
Well, I didn't know because it was Evan to me at
you're
the
like,
time.
oh, it's Evan. Like, no, bro, that's 12.
I thought he was fucking with me. I
Just
thought it was
one
gonna
thing of
smell like
smelling
poop.
salts is strong as shit.
But that's the thing is he didn't tell me what it was.
He was.
All he
kinda-
said was like, "Hey, Kayla, come smell this." And I was like, I was like, "Oh, is this gonna be something funny? It smells like poop or something."
Me and Alexis
So I
were
fucking
like-
put my face right in it. I'm like, and I'm like, "Ah!" And I fucking start crying and having I had a panic attack after that.
It
And
was a
Carissa
mess,
and
dude. I could
fucking
smell it across the room.
Yeah.
Alexis were in the bathroom with me. Brad's trying to bang down the door. And then,
Evan's trying
and then
to be like,
Evan
"I'm
was like,
sorry."
"Kayla, I'm sorry." And I was like, "Fuck you, bitch.
Bro,
Why would you do that to
You
me?"
should have never.
I didn't know, bro. I was naive as fuck.
This was like.
Never
6
trust
months
12. Never trust 12. I don't know.
Exactly.
But I didn't know at the time. He wasn't even 12 at that time. He didn't even get pepper sprayed at that point. He didn't even get pepper sprayed or tased at
He's
that
like,
point.
nobody's ever had that reaction before.
Yeah, well, when you tell me
I'm like-
to come smell something and I think it's going to be funny, like, oh, it smells like poop or some shit. Like, I'm like, okay, this will be funny. Like, I don't care because I have 3
it was
dogs.
like a prank, but it was really like actually mustard gas.
I almost fucking
Like-
died.
yeah.
It was really bad. It was really bad.
That kind of reminds me of like when we used to go to McDonald's all the time and we used to be like, hey, does this ice cream smell bad to you? And we'd shove it in people's faces.
Ew, that's nasty, bro.
No, nasty would be the
Oh,
hash brown you
God.
gave to someone.
The what?
hash brown we gave to someone.
Why?
Did you pee on it or something?
Not
Might as well
technically.
have. So,
Not
all right,
technically.
so we had a friend, and
Oh, was it you?
no, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. As a matter of fact, I know he doesn't listen to this podcast. His name is Josh. He was the one that we didn't like, but he would always hang out with us.
Oh, that guy.
And
That one guy.
Every group has that guy.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
That one guy.
and if you don't think you're that guy, and if you don't think you have that guy,
you
you're
are that guy. Yes.
So
Yes, I'm
we
not
were-
that guy because I think we have it.
So we were partying at somebody's house, and till 3-4 o'clock in the morning,
Something like
and
that.
McDonald's opens up at like 4 or 5 at this time,
For breakfast.
and we're like, "Fuck it, let's go get breakfast." We're like, "All right, fine." We started taking
And-
orders from everybody.
Yeah, I wonder
pretty
what they
sure,
were doing.
Pretty sure Josh stayed at the house because he
Yeah.
was so tired.
Well, no, yeah. He stayed at the house, so we asked him, like, he was like half asleep and shit, and we were like, "Well, what do you want from McDonald's?" He's like, "I just want a
Just
hash
give me a
brown."
hash brown.
He was drunk
me a hash
still.
brown.
He's like, "I just want a hash brown." So we're
Hash
like, "All right,
browns are
cool."
Fucking delicious though.
Not this one.
So we go to McDonald's. We're like, "All right, we'll get him a hash brown." We took the hash brown. We dropped it on the floor, threw it in the urinal.
Ew! What the fuck is wrong with you?
You did this?
That is the most disgusting
There was
shit.
a mop bucket with suds still
What?
up, and we went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna barf.
Are you? And you let him eat this?
Hold on, I'm getting there.
Yeah.
No, you're not getting there.
I'm getting there faster.
That's what,
Bro, I'm gonna
Stop.
kill myself.
So we give it to him, and he eats it. And we ask him. We
Oh
go, "So how's that hash brown?" He's like, "It tastes like shit, but it's so good."
Oh my
God, you
god.
guys are so shitty.
hated
You're
him.
shitty friends.
Why did you
Shitty
hate
friend.
him?
That is
We were
horrible.
like, what? We were what? 17 years old.
So what, you put it in a
16 years
urinal
old?
and a
Okay,
mock?
whatever.
He's
17.
probably got every disease known to man right now.
he probably
I
had
think he
every
had that
He
disease
probably
before
has
that.
HPV now because of you.
No, he probably had it before that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
I mean,
so disgusting.
there was a time he was hanging out with us, and he was high as fuck on Valium. And
Valium?
yeah, and we were in this
He's high as fuck on Valium.
we were in this old ass S10 pickup truck, and he was all the way in the
Like
in the
my
bed.
original people.
Yes.
Yes.
And he was in the bed and it had a cap over it. And we were driving. We were just randomly driving. I don't even know who was driving. I know it wasn't my truck because I never had that truck. But we were like, "Hey, Josh, like, what do you want to do?" He's like, "Who the fuck is Josh?" I'm like, "Oh my god."
Before
Been there,
Forgot
been
his
there,
own
done
name.
that.
like,
You're,
been
but you're
there.
not that guy, so you're.
No, but like, have you ever been so fucking high that you just don't know which way is up?
No.
Yes.
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 Dude, yeah.
I've been that drunk.
I got so high one night. I was driving and I stopped at a red light, or so I thought it was red light.
The stop sign?
It was
Stop
a
sign?
it was a green
Stop sign, did
was-
you wait for
was
it to
still
turn
It
green?
was still a green light.
I've stopped at stop signs waiting for it to turn
hell
green.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I stopped at a stop sign. I'm like, wait, it's not green yet.
I remember going to a McDonald's high as hell, and they were closed.
And you were pissed.
I was so pissed.
I know. I knew it.
And
I knew
I'm
it.
like knocking on the not the window, the fucking intercom thing.
Where you take the intercom, where it's like, hey, hello.
I'm like, "Hello," and nobody.
That's
But there was
worse than
still
what
2 cars in the parking lot. And there were people in there. I'm like,
They were
"Can you take
ignoring
my
you.
order?"
They were
And
cleaning
I
up.
was so
This guy.
pissed.
Yeah.
Or it's like that one time I went to the city with Porter.
Oh god, one scared cracker. OSC, OSC.
So I took our friend Porter.
Oh
like
God,
he
Don, what the fuck
He's
did you
the
do?
whitest person you know.
and he never our friend
That's a
Porter.
funny show, by the way.
Yes.
Why did you know?
Now
Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. You have fucked up now.
No, but he never really. I don't think he really smoked that much before this night.
No.
But I took him to my friend's apartments, which I think
You guys smoking blunts or like just
yeah,
pre-rolled joints or
no
something?
blunt.
there was no such thing as
But-
pre-rolls back in the day.
But
Oh, I didn't know we were back in the day. Like you fucking
It's-
old ass
it's
motherfucker.
just It's just funny though because like he's like one of the whitest people you would know, and I took him
Like
to.
B-Rad from the Bizoo.
I took him to what I now realize is the apartments on O Block.
Yeah.
You took him to the O.
Yeah. So I ended up going up to my friend's apartment, smoking and leaving him in the car.
Oh shit!
And he's high as shit at this point. And we're just driving back, and he looks at me and goes, I can't feel my feet. I'm like, well, that'll pass, but...
So if you ever
Brad
go...
says yes, by the way.
Okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Because Barry said he better remember him.
He said, oh my God, did you wrestle Barry right? He said, yes, I remember.
Oh, at least he didn't bury right.
Shut the fuck up, Don. You know what? I'm going to come across this pool table and beat your ass.
I don't think you will.
She will.
Do not, don't, nope.
Please do not test. Please do not test me.
That's why I didn't say
Barry,
anything, because I 100% know she will.
I need proof
I
of
am
that.
about that life.
So if you ever go on Urban Dictionary and you search up OSC, it'll say one scared cracker, and that was Porter.
Someone that we went to South Sub with put that on Urban Dictionary for him.
Is that like a
South Suburban
Suburban.
College in South Holland.
It's a community college.
Is it a sub-place?
Like Joliet Junior College is South Suburban College.
Oh, okay.
It's in
okay.
South Holland.
I went to JJC, represent.
Represent JJC, so did I. I have no idea.
No idea, no say.
It was funny to see his experience in the city. That was great.
Dude, so you left your friend high as shit in the car. Mm-hmm. You're a piece of crap.
Well, I didn't mean to. I just went up to get a CD from my friend.
Did he
But then
freak
there was a
out and
blunt
like
in his
walk
hand.
away?
No, he stayed in the car because he was too scared, I think. But I think he also didn't know what to expect because the first apartment that we went to, I think it was around 74th and Dorchester.
In Chicago?
Yeah. But he didn't know what to
Not from 63rd.
He didn't know what to expect because we walked up to the door and it had that steel bar front door. And he was just like, where the fuck are you taking me? I was like, it's all right, calm down.
You're fine. You're fine.
I mean, I've gotten lectures from his friends about being a gang member, and I'm like, bro, I'm not.
How many lectures have you got from my dad about being a dumbass?
Actually, none.
Wow,
Dang.
you are
Believe
one
it
of
or
the
not,
chosen. You are the chosen one. You are the chosen one. Lucky you, because this bitch even has gotten it from Gary.
Believe it or not, none.
I actually do remember the first time I ever smoked a bong. It was with Nikki, and we were in some guy's truck, and they were like, okay, you just hit it like this. And then I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. So Nikki did it for me, pulls the thing out and just inhaled the entire thing. And I was like, I gotta get out of the truck right now. Right fucking now. And then I was like, Nikki, she was sitting right next to me. I'm like, take me home. I'm texting her. I'm like, take me home. And I get home and I'm sitting there. I'm like, my body's frozen.
Bro,
I'm stuck.
Have you ever done a gravity bong?
I
Bitch,
have.
yes.
Yes, me too.
All the way up where you have to go up the stairs.
Oh, that's huge.
Oh, yeah, no.
Christ.
We did one before where you have to go up the stairs, and it was a whole gravity bong, up the stairs.
Bitch actually
and you
left
stand at
gravity
the
to
top
go do
and
it.
Someone lights it.
Like, holy fuck, I was high as shit.
I decided not to do that because I get paranoid. So
I was
thank
like a
you.
freaking teenager, and I was, fucking around.
I think
Fuck around and found out.
That was
I fucked around and found out.
I think the best time was smoking out of the hookah in my garage in Lansing. You remember, Don?
The best time I ever had was smoking out of an apple.
Same, right? Or like a crushed Coke.
A crushed
can.
Coke can,
Yes,
yes!
the crushed Coke can.
Exactly.
You're like, are you inhaling fucking tin?
Are you inhaling?
Dan has checked out of this conversation.
Oh my God.
I've never gotten high in my life.
Dan, what did you do back in your day?
Nope, I did not. I had.
You know what?
I don't believe
He's
you.
on brand. He's on his own brand.
I had brain surgery when I was 15.
So
I had an aneurysm.
Weed because of that.
It's actually very good to put a face to the name because I've listened to the podcast before, and I don't know who the fuck you are.
Does he look older than he sounds?
No.
Yeah, no, I've never done it.
Well, maybe a
So
little
wait, you
bit.
said
I
you
thought
had
he was a little
brain
younger.
Surgery at 15.
Yeah, I had an aneurysm.
You had an aneurysm. Okay.
Yeah.
And then so.
Do you have like a
because of
seizure
that,
disorder or anything?
No, I'm 100%
just
normal.
Like a random aneurysm.
And-
Yeah. So
Damn, and you didn't die?
no, I'm
And-
very lucky. The
and-
doctors told me that my whole life. You know
we
how lucky you
so
are.
glad
I
you're
actually
alive.
know 4 people that have had the same.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Brain aneurysm surgery. They're fine.
Really?
And to this
Yeah.
day, he uses it as an excuse for everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you're
Fuck you,
drinking,
Don.
obviously, but
Yeah,
like,
I can-
What's the problem with smoking?
Because I'm so old that when they did this shit back then, it was
45 ain't old.
no, but it was 93 when it happened, and the way they fixed it back then is there's like metal clips in there
Okay.
holding it. So like I think nowadays they like burn it, cauterize it, and so
All right.
Lobotomy.
smoking constricts and contracts your blood vessels. So if it constricts or contracts so much, the staples or the clips can come loose, and the aneurysm will still pop open again.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
Holy fack.
yeah.
So if someone wanted to actually kill you, all they had to do was get you high.
Well, that's why I've joked with my brother Jesse. I said when I'm ready to check out, I'm just going to get a big fat bong and just see what it's like to finally get high.
Well, what about drinking though? 'Cause
Drinking's not a problem, but I
Why is
found out.
drinking not a problem? Because
I don't know. I've never
drinking
asked.
like fucks with your brain actually.
Yeah, so I've never had a problem with drinking though.
But well, no. What I'm asking is because okay, here I go with my counselor shit.
Well, good. This is what you're here for.
Here I go with my therapist shit.
Therapist.
So if you have like a brain disease or
Uh-huh.
something like that, and like smoking fucks it up,
Mm-hmm.
how does drinking not fuck it up? Because drinking fucks up your liver, your
like drinking
pancreas,
is
your
worse.
fucking organs,
Right.
every other organ, your brain, it shrinks it. Like, how does that not?
So,
like
100% honesty here, I don't know any of that. And the older I get, the more I wonder if they just told me when I was 15, hey, don't smoke, it can kill
Oh,
you.
so they actually told you that.
Yeah, the doctor said,
But did they
do not
Have
smoke.
you ever ate an
tobacco
edible?
or wacky tobacco?
They said don't smoke, period. Like, I mean, when I was
what if you
15,
ate an edible?
no, so I had, was it you? Someone I know just Googled recently for me. So I'm like, I wonder if an edible would do it or not. And they Googled it, and they found out that the edibles do also mess with your
They do,
blood
yeah.
vessels. So they said you probably
They do.
shouldn't even try that either. I'm like, all right, so I never
But how does
have.
the alcohol not do that?
That's
I
what I'm
don't
curious.
know, it's
about,
weird.
too.
I am very curious.
Because I've
about
been plenty drunk, plenty
But
of times.
I yeah, but at the same time, like I get what you're saying. Like they instilled the fear in you. Like
yeah, so I
don't-
never had a desire to smoke either.
Yeah.
So
Well, also,
I was
don't
a goody
usually
two shoes. I was a
smoke
mama's
because
boy growing up. So I never broke the rules. I didn't.
How was I'm
Well,
curious?
I was-
How was your mom when you were growing up? Was she very like authoritarian, or was
No, my
she
dad
kinda,
was the
like,
my dad was the rule. It was always wait till your dad gets home, you get in trouble. My mom was
Yeah,
super caring. She still is. She's like the nicest.
And that's the Mexican side on your
Oh yeah,
mom.
she would
damn. Wish I was Mexican.
she would die for us kids. She would do anything for us. We had
To
a
be
good,
honest, you look more Mexican than he does.
than
My
me.
parents are shit. What the fuck?
I don't know where the fuck that come from.
I just like giving him shit because to me he doesn't look Mexican at all.
I wouldn't
Even
have
though he's
guessed.
like
But
half
I,
Mexican.
but I speak more Spanish than
I
Lupe.
know he was gonna bring
Yeah,
that shit
I'm going
up.
to. You know
I
I'm
knew
going
he was
to.
gonna bring that shit up.
Hey, you know what it is? All I'm saying is I was curious about it because when you grow up in a certain environment,
Mm-hmm.
and like me and Cardi B over here, we relate a lot on
Oh, yeah,
stuff. If
heavily.
you've listened to MmKay podcast, you understand that like we've gone through some serious trauma with our parents
Mm-hmm.
specifically because they were like not fucking parents.
No, my parents were great. They got divorced.
Well, goddamn good for you.
no,
bro.
they got
job.
divorced
Good job.
right after I graduated high school. So my sister, who's 2 years younger than me, and my brother's 10 years younger than me, my sister still had 2 years of high school left, so she saw it more up close. I was at college.
Yeah.
And then my brother, he was only 8 when it happened, and he lived with my mom. So they saw more of it, but they were still good parents to all of us. But
Did they? So they co-parented.
Oh,
well.
yeah.
See, my parents hated each
Oh
other.
God, me too, bro.
Hated.
They didn't get
Hated
along.
About each other all the time.
No,
Like,
see,
my
they
mom
didn't
was
get
like,
along.
"Meh, meh, 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 meh," and my dad was like, "Your mom's a bitch." And I'm like, wow,
Seriously.
fuck you.
and then as a kid, you're like, shit. Well, that's half of me, and that's half of me, so I must be shit.
Right,
be
exactly.
shit.
Thank
Right,
you.
yeah.
Obviously.
And so after my divorce,
if I'm
with my
half
ex-wife,
shit
though,
and half shit, then I'm full shit.
I'm a piece of shit.
see, after my divorce with my ex-wife, that's one of the greatest compliments we ever got from a teacher. We still went to
But
parent-teacher
you're married
conferences.
now, you're wearing a ring.
Yeah, a new wife. It'll be
When you
9.
met Jamie,
It'll be 9 years.
Did I?
she
Oh,
was
she
she
was
stood
one
up
of-
at my wedding.
She
too.
was one of Nikki's bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I don't remember.
But so we would
Nikki
go.
just didn't tell me to do anything. She was like, whatever you want to do. I was like, Nikki, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that was a good thing about her. Like she was not a bridezilla at all.
No, she wasn't. And she knows how I was. She knows I don't like to wear makeup.
So how old are you then?
I'm 33.
And how long ago was the wedding?
2016.
16.
8 years ago?
2016, yeah.
So you were 25 then?
Yeah. I was dating some fucking idiot.
Who was that?
Alex?
Rob?
There was two Alexes and
Oh
an
yeah,
Alex.
there was two Alexes. I
Two
forgot.
Alexes and an
Well,
Alex.
when I first met you, you were dating an Alex.
The Alex that you met was like, he was like a pothead, like a drummer boy guy.
Yeah,
You didn't
yeah.
meet my like abusive ex.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, he was totally fucked up. That's a whole nother story. But the one I was dating when at your guys' wedding was also Alex, which is really fucking weird.
Another Alex.
But it was, I don't know. It was Nikki didn't really like. She asked me to be a bridesmaid, but she didn't. She knows how I am. She knows that I don't like girly stuff. I don't like wearing dresses. I don't like wearing makeup.
Sounds like Jamie.
And it's funny because I
hate
remember
it. I hate
I remember
it.
seeing you in a dress. I'm like, holy shit, that's Kayla.
And you didn't even get to see me at my wedding.
Yeah, I know. I didn't get the invite.
Like,
Oh,
You know what? I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna go cry now.
way to traumatize her
she's
now
gonna
as an
go lay
adult.
down with Delilah and cry.
How long you been married now?
Oh God, 6 months.
Oh, so it's new, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's all right. They didn't
we've
invite me
been
to
together
Nashville.
for almost 4 years, but dude, marriage is
Not
holy
fun.
fucking shit.
Y'all had been married before you got married.
Holy
Let's be real.
fucking shit.
Like, as soon as you guys moved in together, I was like, you guys are already married.
Well, Cardi B over here has been with me and B-Rad from the Boo. We basically were like a thruple, like
Yeah.
a long time, and she's been there for.
That kind of sounds familiar.
She was there the same day that like we met.
Oh, yeah, I met
Oh yeah.
Yes,
the same day you met Brad was the same day I met Brad.
yes. The same
And then
day I
she
met
was
Brad,
like,
she was there. That's when I crashed into the fucking
Damn.
into the trees on the moped, and you're like, hardcore parkour, bitch.
Yeah.
And I broke the fucking mirror off, and Chris was like, "Who did it?" And I was like, "That black guy."
Oh, that was Chris's mopeds. Right?
Yes.
So Kayla was like, wah, wah, and then she took a fucking shortcut into the woods. I was like, where the fuck is this bitch going? Nope. She just crashed. Like, I thought she was going on a
I hopped up, and I was like, "I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay."
So,
and Kenny said,
That's hilarious.
"Just blame it on me."
yeah.
I'm like, "Oh yeah, let me blame it on the black guy real quick. Thanks a lot, dude."
So I kind of did the same thing on his black one.
But he told me to do it.
He's like, it's fine. Just
He's like, "It's fine."
Well, he's
just
like,
tell
yeah,
me it
he's
was
like,
me."
just follow me. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm following him. We hit a patch of sand, and I'm like, I'm like, shit.
The second time I crashed on the moped, I had her on the back.
we fell into a bush of spiders.
Oh, damn.
Okay, all right.
Oh no.
In my defense, okay, so you know, if you ride a motorcycle, she can call back later.
Okay.
If you ride a motorcycle, you understand that if you have a passenger on the back, they
both
need
gotta
to
lean.
lean
Well,
with
like,
you.
Yep.
Yes.
on me.
Okay. So, yeah, shut the fuck up.
She didn't lean with you?
She was on the back of the little moped with me, and I said to her right before we turned, I said, "Hey, lean with me. Don't freak out."
Says the bitch that already crashed her moped once.
I said,
I remember when he
lean
got
with
those
me.
too.
Yeah.
Don't freak out. I start leaning.
Bro,
she
I
goes
swear-
like this, and
No,
she
bro.
tweaks sideways.
No, I
and
was
we went
leaning.
into the fucking ditch, into a fucking spider web.
Wow.
No, it wasn't
Broke her
spider
face
web.
and my wrist.
Yeah, my face.
Jesus.
At least you have someone to blame it on. When I fell on Nikki's bike, I didn't have anyone to blame it on but myself.
So who did you blame the first
And
one
you were a
on?
lame ass.
Me, bro. Me, bro, because I ride quads and dirt bikes.
But so
and when
when
you
you
ride
had
them,
a fucking motorcycle.
yeah, I did. But if you think about it, the quad, dirt bike, motorcycle has a foot brake.
Yeah.
So what happened the first time
I
when
think
her
we were
and her
just going
ex-boyfriend
too
were
fast.
there? Like,
We were going too fast.
no, because Kenny made it around there just fine.
No, it was Brad inside.
No, I'm talking about the first time.
How many times you crash?
Yeah, Jesus.
Twice.
Oh, the first time me and Kenny, yeah, we were good.
Skirted, yes.
I-
And I'm thinking, like, you know how there's the foot
Skirted
brake?
means go fast.
Thanks,
Skirted means
thanks,
like,
Donnie.
It means like
You know at the lake house how you go up
Yeah.
and then this way. And, like, I fucking went to turn.
and
and
you
I'm
couldn't
used to-
turn.
Right, yes, that's
Because you were leaning in the wrong
No,
direction.
that's
No,
exactly
this-
wrong.
no, the first
That's exactly fucking wrong. Okay.
So the
I
first
went
time-
to turn. Would you shut the fuck up?
Cállate, Lobo.
I know, you cállate, bitch. I went to turn
All right.
and I go like this to lean. And I'm expecting like the quad, the dirt bike, and you have like the rear brake
Yep.
on your right foot. And you push it down a little bit so that you can turn. Mopeds don't have that. I didn't fucking remember.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You just have the brake
Yeah.
up here. So I'm like hitting a
Nothing.
not brake and I just go right into the fucking bushes and she's like, wow, I thought you had a fucking like
Shortcut. I literally did. I
shortcut
was like,
that we didn't know about. She's like, hardcore parkour. And I fucking popped up. I'm like, I'm fine.
I was like, bitch, are
I'm
you
fine.
okay?
And then her ex-boyfriend was like, just blame it on me. I'm like, oh, right.
Oh, but this bitch comes back with twigs in her hair. And fucking scratches all over her. And
Yeah,
yeah, like, who crashed?
And then when we crashed the second time, remember when that guy helped us push it out and we got it out and I was looking at you and I heard a diesel engine behind me. I was like,
You're like,
please tell me
"That's
that's not
my
my dad. And I
Who's
turned
your
around,
dad?
it's my fucking dad. God damn it. Because
Bro.
Brad came back and he's like, where are the girls?
I'm like, dude, they didn't even see us crash.
No, they did not because you tweaked. You tweaked.
All right.
So okay, so now with that story down, does that mean if I ever give you a ride on a motorcycle?
You need to lean, bitch.
Bro,
Lean
no.
back.
Okay,
Now lean
she's
back.
capping as fuck.
I am not capping,
You're
bro.
capping AF.
Cap
Capping means lie.
I'm not capping. Bro, that is no cap. You fucking...
I know what cap means.
So you say. So you say.
Guy on
But-
TikTok.
I'll
Your
just
cap
say-
or
Okay,
fat.
we about
Yeah.
to box
All right,
later.
hold on. I'll just say this. You've crashed twice on a moped. I've crashed only once with you, bitch.
On a
So-
moped. But have you ever been on a motorcycle
Yes.
or a quad?
And I've never crashed.
With me.
Well, no, but if
That's
I
what I'm
have,
saying.
I probably would have crashed again, ho.
Okay, bitch. No.
I've been on motorcycles. Never crashed. Coincidence?
Do you know how to drive or...
Kinda.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, we don't even want to talk about car accidents.
Let's not.
I remember what her car looked like.
Cállate.
Is this still behind Gary's barn?
Wait, I need her.
Whoa, no. That was the white one. That was the white one.
Lupe, tell me.
No mames.
No, mommy.
No mames. Wait, dude.
No, I need to hear it. So,
Anyway.
wow.
That shit was fucked. You know what? I don't like you right
It's
now.
okay. I had somebody fucking skirt my car into a fucking snowbank in a fucking, not a tsunami, a blizzard.
Two different climates there.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a blizzard.
Was it a tsunami?
He
or
was like,
blizzard?
let me drive your car. I'm great at driving.
Oh, you just talked. Oh no, I just listened to your episode about that.
Did I say that?
You were
Yeah, you
talking-
did. Yeah, you did. I listened to it too. And,
Wait,
and your
she have your
friend
own
was
podcast?
trying
Yeah,
to
she has her
drive.
own podcast too.
You said your friend was trying to drive, and you're like, I was gonna trust him, and I don't know, and I shouldn't have.
What a dumbass.
Well, wait. What's your
Lupe,
podcast? We've advertised for
relax.
MmKay. What's your podcast? podcast?
Memento mori.
Memento mori.
Melancholy optimist is me.
Eternal optimist, you said?
Optimist.
Melancholy optimist.
Oh,
Her podcast is
Yeah.
called Memento Mori, which means basically you die.
wow.
You will die, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we will. We're all gonna die.
I'm not.
We're all dying.
I
We're all
won't die.
dying, and we're all gonna die.
I'm
So
invincible.
Oxygen kills
No.
you. It just takes about 80 years.
exactly.
I'm invincible.
Gracias.
And it's so funny because I really don't like talk about it on my podcast per se. Cause
Please.
It's like,
I shouted you out. That's how he found your podcast.
yeah.
Because I was like, oh, shout out to,
I'm good.
you know, Impulsive Thoughts. Shout out to Melancholy Optimist on her Memento Mori podcast.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I found your podcast now.
It's just like literally my
you fucking weirdos.
It's literally just like my mental health journey, my experiences, past trauma bullshit, fucking talking about addiction and just mental health and all that bullshit.
Yeah, we both started our podcast at the same time, didn't we?
Yeah, around the same time because we were both talking about the idea of it.
Yeah, and then I made an episode
And
and
we
I was
were-
like, hey, you should try this.
Bro, we were both like, this is something that we really need to do.
Yes.
And
Because I started doing it and I was like, oh, I'll talk about mental health and I'll talk about being a mental health patient and being a therapist
Yeah.
at the same time.
And
like
mine's just
you have
like-
mental health issues and you're a therapist. And we were talking about the idea and she was like, oh, yeah. And we were both like, let's do it. And then we do podcasts together now. So.
Yeah. We're on each other. Well, actually, no, you haven't been on
You
mine
you
yet.
didn't invite me to your podcast.
Bro,
yet.
you're invited.
Dang.
You're always
How rude.
invited.
We were supposed to do we did do a really good episode about female friendships.
Yeah, we did. That one was.
They don't last.
The only one that lasts is this bitch.
Because females
Right
are
here.
cutthroat and
They're
hate each
cutthroat and they're fucking
Catty.
catty and they're bullshit. And the only person, literally, this is what I'm saying. The only person that I know as a woman that's ever been anything but genuine is her.
Yo.
Yeah,
But that's why I call you my bro, because we're bros.
Bro.
actually.
we're actually sisters.
We're actually fucking.
Cause like if anyone asks me who my my family is very complicated. My dad is actually very narcissistic, and I don't really care if you cut that out, Don. I don't give a shit.
I don't edit it.
You can keep.
Lupe-
He said you edit it.
No, Lupe
We
does
have
the editing.
narcissistic parents.
We both have narcissistic.
That's why we're so much alike.
Yes, and she gets me more than anyone on the planet. So like my dad's a big narcissist, and my mom's a super like internal rageful person,
And your parents are like alcoholics,
and they're both alcoholics.
and mine are like crackheads.
crackheads. Yeah.
Like, really?
Like,
Yeah,
for real.
legitimately crackheads, yes. And like some super fucked up shit. Like her mom stole
have-
her car.
Oh,
and,
there's
like,
so many fucking.
there's so much
stories.
fucked up shit.
Jesus.
Yeah, like I could go on for.
Like she
days.
could go on for she could write a whole book
Because
about
I
it.
forgot what stir the pot.
What is this?
Nipple pasties.
Oh yeah.
Nipple pasties.
Another one.
Shut the fuck up. She's like, oh, this is mine.
She said she needs another one.
Lupe, we were talking a little bit about like our the reason why female friendships don't last usually is because females are very catty and disgusting and gross, and they're very like manipulative. And the only person that I've ever known that's been like real as fuck and always down to earth is her. And the reason why is because we've been through the same similar traumas.
Yeah.
We both have very narcissistic parents, and they're both alcoholics.
Yeah.
Well,
And
I don't know.
well,
I don't know her parents, but
Her
I do
parents
know.
are
I do know Gary.
crackheads.
She said her parents are crackheads.
Yeah.
Like
They're
little
crackheads.
crackheads.
My parents are alcoholics, both of them. My mom's only been sober for 2.5 years,
My parents have been sober
and she's
for
50.
Like
She's almost 60.
2 minutes.
2.5 years, like now or in your whole life, you mean?
In my whole life.
Oh, so she's
Well,
not. So,
2.5 years now.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
because my mom's been sober since September of 2021. So 2.5 years now. My dad is not sober. He does not believe in that. And he does not believe in like couples therapy. And I tell him all the time, I'm like, you should probably just like go to couples therapy. Like, try
You know
it
what's
out.
crazy now that you said that?
He just denies me all the time.
He
Like,
actually like mentioned couples therapy when
because
Nikki
I
and I
fucking
were
told him to
going
do it.
through. Oh, okay.
Because I fucking told him.
Never mind.
Every time I talk to him, he's like, well, you're the counselor. You're the counselor. I'm like, you can't use my fucking credentials against me, bro. Like, why are you going to do that? Like, if you want to go to therapy, you should do it. Me and my husband go to therapy as a couple.
Mm-hmm.
And it is the
Even
best.
with no problems?
Yes. It is the best. It is the best. We started going.
I mean-
We've had some problems. We've definitely had some problems, but we started going before we really had problems.
Right.
And it actually has been the best thing I've ever done in my life.
Huh.
Like because when you have like a third person, because when you love someone so much and you want them to understand you and they want you to understand them, like, and you're both like competitive people, because like I'm the oldest sibling and of me and Nick, and Brad's the oldest sibling of him and
Well,
Robert.
you guys are both stubborn.
And we're both stubborn, so we like butt heads a lot. And so when we started going to therapy, like we were both expressing similar needs, but our therapist was like, you both are saying very similar stuff, you just need it in a different way. And I was like, wow. And so every time we leave couples therapy, we're just so happy. We feel so much better. And so like the last time we just went this past Monday, so like 5 days ago. And he was like, I feel so much happier. I was like, me too. Because we actually talked about shit.
Yeah.
Like we actually talked about it. And going through what I went through, like with my parents.
Did you ever go to
And-
therapy when you were younger?
No, because I refused to go.
You refused to go?
Yes. Because my dad taught me that you're not a pussy.
That's
You don't
exactly what
cry.
happened with
You
me.
do not cry, and you do not
My dad didn't
tell
believe
anyone
in
about your problems.
mental health problems. Like, you're depressed.
So here
Why
I
are you
am as a
depressed?
therapist. Because mental health is number one.
It is. It really
If you
is.
if you don't have your mental health in check, you can't do shit. Like,
Right.
if you feel mentally sick, you can't like operate. Like if you don't sleep, if you're having anxiety, if you're having depression, like it affects every single thing that you do. All of it. And like you try so hard to like separate that, but you can't compartmentalize that shit. Like you need to face your shit head on. And I don't want to go on a rant.
No, this is
promise
great. No, this is good stuff, for real.
But I just talked to my dad on the phone yesterday, right? And so I'm reading this book. It's called Drama Free by Nedra Tawwab. And it's about unhealthy family relationships. And you should read it. It's a really good book. And they talk about like enmeshment and codependency and like all this stuff and narcissism and addiction. And I just like listened to my dad just be narcissistic to me and just say stuff like, I'm just, stronger than you think I am. I survive. And I was like, all I said was like stuff that happened when I was younger. Like it hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
It hurt me. It hurt my feelings. He's like, I'll never apologize for what I
He
did.
lacks accountability.
Never. I will never apologize because I did the best that I could. And I said, I understand that you did the best that you could, but that doesn't mean that you didn't hurt me.
He's
He's like, well, you're fucking blaming me for everything.
He's not acknowledging your feelings.
Nope.
He's lacking accountability, which are two very, big traits of narcissism.
100%. And I was like, look, I don't understand why you're saying this to me. I'm not asking you for, I was asking for an apology, kind of. Maybe that was wrong of me. I don't know. Maybe that was wrong. But he was like, well, have we ever had a conversation about how you hurt me? I was like, is this about me or you?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Like,
that's
are
another
you,
narcissistic
like,
red
you're
flag
my
right there.
parent.
Like
You
yeah.
weren't even there when my dog died. Like, I asked you to come so I could bury my dog and you weren't there. And I, like, was like,
Yeah, but
whatever.
well, I mean,
No,
your dad's
I
views on
understand.
dogs.
But you know what happened with
Hold
Puka?
up. I got
Yeah, oh yeah, I just heard that
Where's
story.
your bathroom?
Straight up the stairs.
Straight up the
Up the
stairs.
stairs and that way.
Don't turn, just go straight.
Yeah.
But like,
Okay.
what happened with Puka? Like Hank obviously is, you know Hank. You met
I've
him.
never met Puka.
Puka's just like Hank, but she's a tricolor, border collie or whatever. And she got ran over by the golf cart.
Yeah.
By fucking Chris. And then the one time that I asked my dad for something, I was like, please, this is my dog. This is Toby. And I didn't mention it on the Toby episode. I didn't talk about it. But I asked him, I was like, can you please come, drive 30 minutes. We're going to bury him. He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't come. And so I talked to him on the phone yesterday. And basically what ended up happening was he told me that I'm selfish and that I have no empathy. And I was like, pretty sure that's what a narcissist would say. Because when you have empathy for people, you don't go into a profession just to like fuck with people.
Right.
Like, I went into my profession because I wanted to help people. That's what it is. That's why I'm there. And he was like, you really fucked this up. This is bullshit. And you need to fucking get your head straight. And your dad's way stronger than you think he is. I was like, I'm pretty sure you forgot that I'm half you and half mom. So I'm probably the scariest bitch on the planet. How about that? I'm like, do you even remember mom? Do you remember her? Because she's very scary. And whatever. Like I said, you can cut this or whatever. But like, it just hurt my feelings so bad. Because I called him because I was depressed. I called him, I was coloring and I called my grandma first actually. And she was on the phone with our cousins from Maryland. And then I called my dad. I was like, maybe this time, right? So this book that I'm talking about called Drama Free by Nedra Tawwab tells you all about enmeshment and all about codependency and all about when you set boundaries with people that they won't like it.
Yeah.
And they'll push back against you and they'll say, well, you're wrong for changing. You're wrong for trying to tell other people that this is something different. And that's what I've done. Because he called me to tell me that he didn't like how I was acting. And I said, what are you talking about? Because I don't respond when he starts screaming. When he starts yelling, I don't respond. And I'm like, okay, and I told him, I was
And
like,
he's
if
not
you're gonna
used.
yell,
He's definitely not used to that because I know
no. And he hates it.
him.
He fucking
and
hates
him
it.
and AJ will go at it.
Nope.
Him and Nikki have gone at it. I've seen him and Nikki go at it.
But
I've
he
seen
gets
him and
me there.
Chris go at it.
He gets me there. And he got me there yesterday to the point where I was fucking so angry, where I was yelling on the phone. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's like, I'll never apologize for anything I've ever done. Have we ever had a conversation about how you hurt me? And I was like, no, we haven't, because what purpose would that serve?
Right.
And he said, sorry to throw like salt on the wound, and he said, if your kid said what you're saying to me, what would you do? I said, I would fucking apologize. I would say, you know what? I wasn't a perfect parent, and I wasn't equipped to deal with what was going on, but I never meant to hurt you, but I'm sorry if I did. And he
Right.
was like, fuck that. No. I'm never apologizing for anything because you blame me for everything. I was like, apologizing doesn't have anything to do with blame, really. Apologizing has to do with taking accountability for
Right.
your fucking actions.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I'll get
That's
off
how
my.
that's how my son's.
I'll get off
father-
my fucking tangent now.
That's how my son's father is, and it makes it incredibly hard to co-parent. Remember that?
Right.
Remember that video I showed you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you're a therapist, and you could basically diagnose him within the video
Oh yeah, 100%.
of being a narcissist.
Well, he's like,
one of
oh
the
my
worst.
dad, I'm stronger than you think I am. I survive, and I'm like, I survived you. Clearly,
That's huge.
clearly,
Like, surviving
you are.
narcissism
I even said like, how narcissistic are you, actually? And when I watched that video of Silas and
And his
dad,
having
I was
a
like,
conversation. They were having a conversation. My son
he
and his
kept
dad.
Sai kept bringing it back to like, no, but you did this thing that hurt my feelings, and he's like, well, I don't
know what
remember
you're talking
doing that,
about.
and if I did, I was just trying to discipline.
It's just the
about
lack
blah
of
blah blah.
accountability,
Whatever.
the denial,
Whoa.
the gaslighting, the
Mm.
all of that stuff. It's just like very, what's the word? Fucked up.
I like
For a lack of a better,
For
yeah.
lack of better terms, it's really fucked up.
So fucked
Good
up.
word to describe it.
Very.
And I know that it sounds really like fucked up to say, but like that's the type of shit like I deal with like on a daily. And so after our wedding, I won't even fucking get into what happened with the wedding
Oh boy.
because dude, I almost killed myself in 2023 with the whole wedding thing. Like I literally was so fucking suicidal. It was bad. It was really, really bad.
Stress.
And
I'm
it
sorry,
was really
though.
it was really bad, and I for some reason, even as a therapist, I still look to my dad to try like to be a parent, you know? Like I look to him to be like, maybe this time he'll emotionally support me. Maybe this time he'll be there for me. Maybe this time. Every time maybe this time. And then to no avail because I was on the phone with him for an hour yesterday and he was fucking screaming at me. And by the end of the conversation, it was, I'm selfish and I'm unempathetic. And I said, can you step into my job for 2 fucking seconds? He's like, I wouldn't want your job.
Is that projection?
Yes, fam. Yes, fam. It is. And so it was really fucked up. And I was like, you know what? I hung up on him. I hung up and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this with you because like we were talking about, I started drawing boundaries. And I was like, and I told Brad right after the wedding, I was like, I need a break. I need a break from Lori and I need a break from Gary. I can't do it. And Brad always answers the phone when my dad calls. And I was like, I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm not here. And my dad's like, well, I called you and you didn't answer and then you didn't call me back. And I was like, no, I didn't because I didn't fucking want to.
It feels empowering though as an adult
Finally.
to like draw boundaries and be like, no, we're not fucking doing this. Because as a kid, you had to deal with that shit your whole life. Now as an adult, you're like, I have a fucking say in the matter.
I have a say now.
And that shit is like empowering as fuck.
Exactly. So that's why I told Brad right after the wedding, I was like, I need a break. I need a break from them. And every single time he comes at me about AJ and Kelly, about how they're, and I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck. That's not me. I don't care. He told me yesterday, you're on some AJ and Kelly shit. I'm like,
Oh god.
dude.
Right, because they're setting boundaries.
I was like, because they're setting boundaries and they don't want their kids to see your fucking narcissism. I'm sorry.
I don't know the full story.
Like, but that's what happened. The book that I was talking about talks about enmeshment. Enmeshment, and I didn't think that it was really a thing, but enmeshment is when a family system tries to force you to believe the same things they believe and do the same things that they do. And the second that you yes, dysfunctional. And the second that you take a step out of that and you draw boundaries, they don't like
You're
that.
the traitor.
You're the traitor. You're the asshole.
Yeah.
You're the piece of shit. And
You're the
you
black
fucked
sheep.
up. So that's how it ended up, me being selfish and unempathetic. I'm like, I'm the most empathetic person you'll ever meet. Honestly. So I don't know what to tell you. So I hung up on him and he was like, you really fucked that up. And I was like, okay, thumbs up. Sorry, that was really heavy.
And that's why Nikki stays away.
Exactly, because Nikki is smart.
Well, healthy people stay away from the dysfunction.
And that's what I keep telling Brad. But after our wedding, like I told you, I said I need a break. He keeps answering the goddamn phone. And he's like, he sees my phone.
Damn it,
he's
B-Rad.
he's like, I was like, my dad's calling me, and I go like this, and I put my phone
And then
face
Brad
down.
was
He's like,
hi.
he goes, you should answer the phone. I'm like, no,
Because he doesn't.
I don't
doesn't
want
get
to.
it. He doesn't understand.
He doesn't, and I give him that because he doesn't have a dad, and that's his. He's like, oh, your dad is calling you. You know, like
Oh, your
I don't
dad.
have a dad. My
No,
dad's
no.
dead. Like
Like-
you should answer. And I'm like, fuck no, dude.
Like,
Every
let's
time I
do
talk
it.
to him, I feel like shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not doing it. I mean, I am crazy.
I was gonna say maybe not on that part, but other parts.
Other parts, I definitely am. Yes.
Wow.
It just makes me think of a
I'm sorry I got so heavy on you guys.
No.
It just makes me think of a friend that we have that her ex is pretty
Oh, yeah.
narcissistic.
A friend of your guys'?
Mm-hmm.
Now dealing with that shit though, oh my god, like
Her ex-boyfriend and the father of her son is such a narcissist too.
probably like what do you
He
call it?
gaslights the shit out of their
He's
kid.
like the epitome of a narcissist.
So is my dad. You heard him on the phone.
Yeah, and like so that takes a toll. But you basically just have to fucking stonewall them and just
Yeah.
basically like no communication at all, but the bare fucking minimum.
It's called the gray rock
Gray
method.
rock method. Yeah.
The gray rock method. That's what a therapy thing is it's called the gray rock method. And it's like yes, no, okay,
No
cool.
emotions, no
nothing.
reaction.
Nothing into it.
Just
And that's what my dad said to me. He's like, you've been acting weird. And I was like, acting weird how?
So you're saying that's all I have to do to Lupe is just give him no reaction?
Yes.
Gray rock him.
Gray rock him.
Sounds like something else.
Yeah. I didn't say gay rock him. I said gray rock him.
Oh, my Lanta.
I don't want to know what happened in Nashville in your king size bed.
What happened in Nashville stays
Good
in
God,
Nashville.
Don.
I told you I fell asleep with my shoes on, man.
I knocked
Did
him
I
off.
tell you when we went to Daytona? I went to Daytona and for my birthday last year, and me and Mesa went down there, my cousin, and fucking, no, we went down there.
Why'd you look at what?
And we went to Daytona, and I was drunk as piss, and so was she. And I took up the whole bed, and then she gave
course
me
you did,
chocolate.
though.
Well, because she gave me chocolate pretzels, she was feeding me, and then I like laid on the chocolate pretzels, and they were just like chocolate all over the bed in the morning.
Wait,
When
what?
me, Liz, and you went to fucking Florida, we had 2 queen-size beds.
Okay, stop
Okay?
it.
No, I'm telling the story. So Liz and her are drunk as piss, and I'm taking them back to our room, 2 beds, like the grown, responsible adult woman that I am. Like, come on, guys, like let's go, like fucking bringing these ducks.
Me and Liz are like little kindergartners, like fucking
yeah, they're
touching
fucking
each other.
duking it out, and they're fucking. Blah, 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 blah.
She has a video of us arguing in the
yeah.
elevator.
It's hilarious. But like Kayla decided that she was gonna come into the room, take the ice bucket, and chuck it at the fucking bed. So one of the beds was completely covered in ice and water. Guess who slept on that bed?
Not me.
I was going to say probably not Kayla.
That's not very empathetic of you.
I know.
So you and Liz.
I know, I'm a
together,
terrible
bed.
human.
I was like, wow, bitch, really?
She slept like diagonally.
I slept like on a sliver
Sounds
of
like
the
Nashville.
bed that was dry.
And me and Liz, the 2 people that were fighting, slept on the dry bed.
Because you were on the phone with Bard, and he's like, I call him Bard.
Oh, okay.
that
I'm like,
Bard.
how many did you have?
No,
B-Rat from the Boo, Bard.
also AKA Bard. So I'm on the phone with Bard. He's like, what's going on? I'm like, your
I can
wife-
hear Brad saying
Your wife is being fucking crazy
Your wife
again.
is fucking loca. Like, bro. And she fucking threw this shit on my bed, and now I gotta.
He's like, that sounds like her.
He's like, alright, like,
Nice.
what the fuck? Let me talk to her. And then you get on the phone like, Liz is a piece of shit. She's a fucking bitch. And Liz is over here like, Kayla's fucking crazy. And then that's when Liz fucking tripped trying to get her lighter off the floor. And
she face planted on the
Oh.
ground.
And I'm like, this is hilarious.
So I have
You
a
were
question
so
then.
good. Yes.
With this.
I might have an answer.
Well, can you like
Charge him for it.
like you said you can see Gary being narcissistic and all that stuff. Can you like I don't want to say like self-diagnose, but like let's say
I sure can.
you're like in a heated argument. Do you like can you in the moment be like, oh my god, I'm acting this way, or like is it like a day or two later like, oh, I was acting this way and I shouldn't have? Like how does that work? Like is it always in your head because you went to school for it and knew all that shit, or like I was always wondered how does a therapist think? You know what I mean?
That's actually a really, really great question because I didn't used to think that way. Like when I went to school, because when you go to school, like, oh, they just teach you shit. But when you get into the field and you start doing it, then you start really thinking the way that like a therapist thinks. And so when I'm having like an argument with someone, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I'm kind of being an asshole right now, but also this person's being a bigger asshole.
Right.
So I'm going to be a bigger asshole. So how about I do that shit? But mostly that's just with my dad. But
Right. I was just using him for
can
example.
see
We were
it-
talking about, but like any other time, like if you get in
Oh,
fight-
100%. All the time. I can see it every single time. I like
Do you think it's made you a better arguer or a better way of like calming a situation down? Like
I try as hard as I can, especially like even with me and my husband, because I'm the angry one. I'm the one who like yells, and he's the calm cucumber.
Kayla
And-
never yells.
Like, shut the fuck up, Don. And he's always the
She's
calm
never
one.
angry.
And I get like fucking heated, and I'm like up there. But then like now I realize, you know, I understand and I realize that my anger is a problem. And I'm like, I'm doing the thing again. I'm screaming or I'm yelling or like I threw something and I need to like breathe. That's why I have implemented like an anger, I don't know, like safety plan.
Oh, okay.
Basically. So I need to like, and I recognize it now right before I get super angry and start screaming.
yeah.
And I'm like, I need to get in my car and I need to just drive.
Yeah.
To be by myself, I need to like blast like metal music and just like listen to it and like go park the car and cry a little bit maybe, and then I'll be fine in like
have that
15.
space.
Yes, I just need the
space
space in
is
15 minutes.
So-
and that's it.
So then along those lines, again, because I know communication is, since you guys have done the therapy, does he like know this is the way you calm down? So he doesn't like chase after you and say,
Now.
no, stay here now and talk to me. Like you're like, no, I need my time
Now
away.
He does.
Okay. That's
Now he
awesome.
does, because we actually did have a huge problem where I would tell him like I need like I started when I went to therapy, my own therapist, I started to recognize my own anger triggers and like my heart would start racing, I'd start sweating, and I start getting like I'm gonna fucking punch someone.
Yeah.
Right before that, I'm like, we need to stop
Yeah.
right now. And usually before that, like I'd walk to a different room or I would tell him to go to another room. He wouldn't leave. Or if I left, he would follow me. And I was like, dude, you can't do that.
That just escalates everything.
So that kind
So
of
that's
reminds
exactly
me though
what
of,
happened when I got in the car before, and he came out into the garage, and I got in the car and I locked the doors, and he's like banging on the door, and I'm like, and I looked at him like, I rolled it down like, you know, half an inch, and I'm like, what? He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I need space.
Yeah.
I need to drive. I need to go, and I need you to
Even
let
just
me
walk,
do
like,
it.
Anything like
anything just to get away from the situation. But he understands that now. He did not before.
Well, because this kind of makes me think of, again, me not having, but like how they have all these studies about everyone has different like love languages.
Yes.
Someone's good
Oh,
at
I love
someone needs to
languages.
touch. Someone's good at personal deeds, and so that means probably there's different fight languages too. Then it sounds like
Yeah.
maybe he is someone that needs the confrontation, but you're someone that needs to be away. Like I don't know, like because
That's just like,
interesting.
yeah, it's actually just like the thing we got into an argument the other day, and we said some really mean things to each other.
Because
And
he didn't want to
to
the
leave.
distance. He didn't want to implement the space.
Like, yeah, I did. I said I could feel myself
yeah
getting angry, and I said, "Get out of this room."
yeah
And he wouldn't. And I was like, "Dude, what the fuck?" And then, like, I'm not going to repeat what he said, but he said some really, really mean things to me. And then I said something mean, and I was like, "Fuck you," and I walked out. And I, like, went for a drive in my car, and I, went to McDonald's. I got a hot and spicy McChicken and watched fucking, Netflix on my phone, and I calmed down a little bit. But he was going to a wrestling show. But then I, like, got in my head, and I got stuck there. And that's a whole nother story I don't even want to get into. But he has finally recognized, like, I'm the person who needs space.
see because like
I
when
need to walk away because it's gonna escalate,
yeah
and we're gonna say mean shit to each other, and it's gonna be personal.
the way I fight,
That
I
happens.
shut down. I just sit there. I'm like, okay.
Well,
Okay.
that's why you need
Okay.
the
Yeah,
space.
That's
yes.
the thing. So I know my fighting style is I won't come back at you. I'll just okay.
That's you.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
And
then-
yes,
and then
exactly.
You're a
and my
shutdown
and my
person.
ex-wife needs to get in your face. So me and her clashed. So her new dude that she been with
Oh, you
like,
mean by just saying
like 14,
okay.
14 years now.
Okay.
Me and
Or
him had a
just go
talk one
completely
night.
silent.
He's like, you need to just go back at her. I'm like, what? He goes,
No,
no. But he said the way they've lasted so long, he's like, she likes someone. He goes, you
Then
got to.
she backs down.
No, he says you duke it out with her. He's like, then it's over with, and like it never happened. He's like, you get right back.
I
in
mean,
her. And
I
I'm
don't
like,
know
okay,
how
so,
healthy that
No,
is.
I don't think it's healthy, but it's just he's like that's the way. Because he was the same as me, kind of. He would always just back down, and she would walk over him. And then he said that the few times he learned her fighting style is come back at me. Okay, we got it out into the air. It's open. It's done with. Like they talk. Like instead of talking it out, they yelled it out. He said, and then it was over with, and everything was fine.
Well,
I'm like,
here's
okay.
here's my best therapist advice I could ever give you is if you're in a relationship, if you're married or engaged or whatever, the best advice I can give you, especially if one of you is like an angry, yelling person, I hate that about myself. I hate it. I don't like to yell.
I can get that way to a point. Like
Yeah, I don't
usually
like
I
it.
Shut the fuck down.
You
But if
usually
you keep
shut down.
coming at me, then
Right.
I will come the fuck back.
Right.
That's how I am. I said I'll shut down, but it gets to a
Yes.
point where all of a sudden, like a volcano, I'll lose my shit.
Yeah.
And I don't go to the point where I say mean shit that I don't
Yeah,
mean.
that's the thing. Is like
at me.
most people.
But I will. But I'll be
Because
like,
all I could think of
swear
was
and
when I threw the
But-
table across the fucking living room at Nikki's house.
God.
Well, okay, so I'm just going to say this. My best advice for anybody at all, when you're in like an argument with your spouse, significant other, boyfriend, whatever, is that if you really want that relationship to work, you both need to say, hey, this is our safe word. Which
Yeah.
means, like, when one of you says this word, both of you need to shut the fuck up and walk away.
Well, I
Yeah.
think space
And it's
should
like
be
you need
implemented in
space
any scenario.
because for me personally, I can feel my anger come up from my fucking feet
Right.
all the way to my
Like,
heart
no
to my
matter what,
fucking mouth.
If you're angry, you're gonna say some shit.
Yes.
That you don't mean.
right.
So you need that like
Everyone.
like
needs
our
the
safe word
space.
is post it. Right? So if you ever watch Grey's Anatomy, whatever, like
Watching
it's
it right now.
it's yeah, so post it is the safe word. Or you could say bananas or pineapples or fucking chihuahuas, whatever the fuck you want to say. You could say whatever it is, but but you have to respect it. Is when that person says that thing, both of you need to fuck off.
Yeah, stop and
Yeah,
walk
you
away.
got.
You
Like
need
I
to
said, you got to
stop
respect
and
it.
you're
'Cause if you
like-
don't, what's the
you're
point of it?
I'll tell you.
I tried one time with my ex-boyfriend, and I was like, our safe phrase was like, "I'm drowning," and I was like, "I'm drowning," and he just kept going, and I was like, "No, we need to walk away." But Brad, when I'm like, "Dude, post it," I cannot. We're not doing this. I can't. So he walks away, I walk away, and then I can physically feel myself like
Both
calm
you
down,
love
and
each
then
other,
I can
respect
come
each
back.
other enough, you should be able to be like,
yes, and then I can
let's
come back
to
and
this at a rational time.
yes, and then I can come back and I can be like, I'm sorry. I was really upset. I was angry. I didn't like the way that you came at me, and what you said hurt my feelings.
Because it's so easy just to fucking pop off.
Yes, because
be like,
because
"Fuck
I'm gonna
you."
give you some psychology and fucking brain facts right now. When you are angry, your prefrontal cortex turns off completely, and that is a scientific fact, right? The amygdala is the middle of your brain, right here, right? This is the front of your brain. If you put a fist, this is your prefrontal cortex. Part of making decisions, making good choices, cognitive thinking, all that stuff, rational thinking. But when you are angry or upset, it pops its top. Because the amygdala goes
Fight or flight.
flight.
Yeah.
And you can't think rationally.
So
Interesting.
then
You
like,
cannot. You can't. You physically can't do it because your brain is offline. So you say those horrible, terrible things to your significant other or the other person that you're fighting with, and then you take your moment, and then you're like, what the fuck did I just say to them? Wow.
Now, could that be also like getting physical as well?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
very interesting.
It can be. It can be. It can be. It just depends on like the reaction of the other person.
Yeah.
And in this day and age, like if you like, you know, if you're talking a typical heteronormative relationship with a man and a woman, and like they get into an argument and like shit gets physical, and a lot of times I actually do hear that the woman gets physical first. I am not like that. I'm the person who will scream your fucking face off and then like walk away. Like I will fuck you, motherfucker, all the way up and down the fucking block and fucking suck my dick and fuck you, and I'll walk away.
I got that just for saying
I
hi.
won't do. I won't like hit you. I'm not gonna hit you, but if you hit me first, then we're gonna have a fucking problem.
Yeah.
But you're in that emotional. There's a difference between your emotional and your rational brain, and that's what I'm talking about with the prefrontal cortex and the amygdala. The amygdala is the fucking fight or flight.
This is crazy information.
It seriously is, and I only say that to bring up one time Nikki and I were in a huge
Sorry,
fight.
I like overtook your stuff.
Huge fight. And
I will preface this by saying when this happened, this was probably one of the few times where I was sitting there frozen, not knowing what to do.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, you froze.
So
Because it's fight, flight, or freeze.
yeah.
There's one more actually with it now.
Oh,
You should
God.
know this. It's the 4 F's now. As a therapist.
Fuck.
Well, I think I probably froze because I was living with them,
Yes.
and obviously it's not my relationship, so I was like, I don't know what to do because
Kinda
I'm
like
not part of this.
And he's also never seen me get to this point. And you know your sister.
I know, Nikki. Yes, I do.
Well, you did break a salsa jar because you got mad at me one time.
Yeah, but
How dare
you broke the salsa jar. What the fuck?
No, I didn't. You slammed it on the table.
That was my beer. So we got into it, and you know how big of a gambler she was or is.
For
I don't know.
sure. Oh, I do.
And-
She used to do the scratch off.
Oh yeah, and not only that, like she would go to Book's, which was a few blocks from the house, and she would. I mean, she wanted to go out. She wanted to go to the bar, and I didn't want her to go to the bar because I knew exactly what she was going to go do. So I took her keys from her.
Was
And-
she drinking or not?
Oh yeah, she was already drunk.
Oh, okay.
And we were face to face just arguing. And the way you explained it, like when I mentioned does physicality like tie into that too, we have the fucking the dinner tables, the set up little dinner tables, whatever,
At
trays.
Chris's house?
Yeah.
Yeah, the dinner, like the
Yeah,
dinner
yeah,
trays.
trays.
Yeah,
Exactly what
like the
I'm
TV trays.
Yeah, thank you. And I grabbed the fucking tray and I fucking whipped it across the fucking room.
Jesus.
And then
All the
put.
way-
Not at her though.
No, not at her. Like I will
See,
say
but
this.
I did that before. I've thrown stuff at the wall, but not at him.
And like that was when she started walking. She walked away. She went to the garage. I think she grabbed her spare key for her car. And when she walked out, I started walking after her. I stopped and I just put my fist through the fucking
Wall.
the wall.
The wall between the stairs that go upstairs and the closet right there.
It was actually the closet door.
stairs,
Yeah.
like up the.
Yeah, and I look at him. I was like, I'm gonna go for a walk. And I left the house and I went for a
So
walk.
I think they both left the house, but then I don't
mom
know. I don't know if it was him or what.
It was
but,
her.
Someone called his mom, and she showed up, and she was like, "Where are they?" I was like, I'm still sitting here. I don't fucking know."
He's the fucking just like he's like I'm the victim here. I don't know what's going on. That's like Carissa when me and Brad got into a fight. She's
Bro,
like,
I'm just like, I'm
"Was that a dog?
It's a cat.
Oh, it's a cat."
Oh yeah,
With no tail.
yeah, no tail.
what's that cat?
I thought it was a dog.
Polga.
Pulga. Yeah.
Like flea?
Yeah. So yeah, and that's why, and that like it when you were
Well,
explaining
what
that,
do you
like
mean
it
about
completely,
the physicality, just like throwing
like just me
it?
just getting to that point where I actually,
Where he got angry enough to
Enough
throw
to
something or hit the wall.
Yeah.
Everybody's
That's
been
the
in that.
emotional part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that part that's where, like I told you, like when your brain goes
That's like fight
up
or
like this,
flight.
that's the fight, flight, freeze, or whatever the fuck
amygdala.
in your brain, and you cannot think rationally. No human being can do it. They can't. Because that's exactly how your brain
I'm gonna
works.
try now.
No, don't get that angry. But when
I don't
you
think I've
when
ever
you
seen him
do
that
do
angry.
that, it
Or angry
it
at all,
sure-
really.
It shuts off that prefrontal part, and you just do shit, and then as soon as you're done doing it, you're like, "What the fuck did I just do?
yeah,
Why did I do that?" And then you think about it like, "Holy fuck!" Like I just threw this fucking table at the wall. I broke this salsa jar or this fucking beer
broke the
can
salsa.
or whatever. Dude, I took fucking a bat to a bunch of beer bottles, okay? Brad bought me a punching bag and a bat for my birthday because he knows how angry I am.
Start your own rage room.
I was gonna say I want to do a rage
So
room. So
I
bad.
fucking brought all the beer bottles downstairs,
You guys beat
and
the
I
shit
sat
out of
them.
that desk too.
And we beat the shit out of the desk, and I put the fucking beer bottles on top of the punching bag, and I just fucking smash. And he's like, "Why can't you just do that to the punching bag?" I'm like, "It's not as satisfying
Yeah.
without the sound."
Yeah, yeah.
I broke the shit out of my Swiffer.
That's what it was
one
making
day.
me think of.
Yeah, you're Swiffer.
Her,
I was just like,
her saying "smash, smash" made me think of that viral video of the
Oh,
of the dude describing like the woman that was getting hit.
Yeah.
Smash, smash. Like that surfer dude or whatever he
yeah.
was.
But ever since then, I've never gotten to that point anymore. I mean, I've always made it.
Some people can get you there.
I've always made it a point where I would never do that again. Like it scared me
Yes,
because I've never gotten
Yes.
to that point.
Yes. And that's how, like, Brad and I have gotten there before. And that's what's scary about it. Is because you love this person.
Right.
Like, you really do. But, like, they say something or do something, and you're like, you're being so disrespectful. You're not respecting our relationship, our marriage, our whatever, and you take it personally, and then the emotions just take over. And it's so fucking hard to get yourself back to that like homeostasis.
Yeah.
And it's like I've been in abusive relationships before, and like I was always the person who like just like coddled down and like was like no please don't. And now I'm like, don't fuck with me or you're gonna get fucked up or killed, because I don't fuck around anymore. And that's why I don't want to get to that point. I don't want to get there, because I will get there. And you're like, you know what? If you really want it to change, that's when you make that like the safety word or the anger safety plan or whatever it is. And that's how Brad and I have finally got to this point where like, I'm like, I need space. And I get in my car and I drive and he lets me go and he doesn't follow me.
Yeah.
You're saying any relationship can get to that point?
It depends on the person. I feel like it depends on the person. Because I always thought that Brad was a very calm, cool, collected person. But underneath, I think he's very angry.
Okay, so...
And so am I.
From my own experience between you guys.
You've seen
like,
stuff.
he's very passive-aggressive and you're very...
Aggressive.
Aggressive.
No.
Sounds like me.
Yeah, you guys have two different ways of communicating that aggression, and then like he's imploding and you're exploding, and then when you mesh it together, it's like then it becomes like sometimes
TNT.
right.
Dynamite.
Black hole.
So, Carissa, that's why I'm saying like since we've been going to couples therapy and we've been like trying to do this like where I'm like, okay, say this safe word.
Has been
very, very good for us. And I think it has made him understand more that like when I get angry, you need to leave me alone.
well, yeah, like
Otherwise you're gonna fucking die.
like I said earlier, like space in any type of relationship.
It was a Tech Nine song. I was singing it. Leave me alone.
I know. But that's what you have to like. You're saying
But
like,
you've also been there in one of my toxic situations.
holy shit, do we want to go there?
No, but I'm just saying.
No.
She almost ran her ex-boyfriend over with a fucking car
Whoa.
because we were at the fucking place and we were.
You don't have to like say.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to say the
going on?
story.
I was just saying like.
Oh no, I
relate
do
in
have
a
to
way.
because you called me the fuck out, so I'm about to do it to you.
No, I wasn't like.
That's
that.
not
So-
a fair way to fight.
No, but like we were, you know what I'm saying? And
No, we
like
weren't.
he
No, we weren't.
would not let her leave.
He broke my car door.
He broke the
handles
door,
off.
and like she got
why-
into the
I'm
driver's
sorry.
seat. I got in the passenger seat, and I was like, "Bro." And I got out. I was like, "Let her leave, let her leave." And he was like, "No, no,
he
fuck
hurt?
that shit." And I'm like, "Oh my god,
Oh,
we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die."
dude,
He almost
was fine.
he almost slashed my tires one day.
Wow, that sounds really fucking relevant.
It was a lover's quarrel. It is relevant.
Me and Lupe always have lover quarrels.
Oh, we really do. Like, it's hilarious, actually. Now that we think about
the
it.
longest podcast I've ever been on.
yeah, like how long is it?
It'll most
2 hours.
2 hours.
it'll
like
most
a
likely
two-
get split up.
Yeah, this is like a 2.
Yeah.
It's a decent.
It's a two-potter.
Tupac.
Two-potter.
So the only reason why I threatened to slash Don's tires
Which I didn't know about till after the fact.
and blow out his windows because
Oh, yeah.
I thought he was messing around with one of my ex-girlfriends.
Wow, fuck you.
Sorry about that.
I gotta pee, my guy.
But bro, he wasn't hurt at all.
When you ran him over?
He chased me. Like, who gets run over and then gets in the car and
Did
chases
you actually run him over?
Yes.
Yes, shit.
Yeah, you didn't hear her? She said, "Did he get run over?" Yes. Was he hurt? No.
Dude, you about to get ran the fuck over.
I thought she said she tried to run him over, not actually run him over.
No, I did. But like, he was fine. He was totally fine. Like,
He was totally.
I like how she has the nonchalant attitude. He was all right. Did I do it? Yes, but
Like, he deserved it. He broke my car.
How long ago was this?
yesterday.
Like 7 years ago.
Oh, okay.
This is baby daddy X or different X?
This is a different.
Oh, okay.
Did you run over baby daddy X?
I wish I did. I wish I fucking did.
I was gonna say like
She's like, I wish I ran him over, backed it up, and did it again.
Yeah, no, I wish he's. Yeah. I wish. No, this is
I was gonna say like I don't have to watch out for a car or anything like.
Right.
I mean, it's a.
I'm leaving in 5 minutes before they leave. All right.
No, but it's fine.
I gotta get going soon.
Oh yeah, it's what time is it?
Girls are probably in bed already.
Oh yeah.
Old.
Long ass episode.
It's fun though. I've learned a lot.
It's been fun.
Well, that's why I was telling her through text. Like I learned a lot about her listening to her podcast, and I learned a lot about her more than I already know about her on her podcast.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I enjoy both of you guys' podcasts.
Yeah, I want to listen to more of your podcast. Your episodes are pretty long, though.
They're usually
We
about an
usually-
hour,
yeah,
hour and
we-
20 at
When
most.
when we
Yeah.
first started, they were longer. I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, okay.
You need to start in
Not when you joined.
when I joined. It's no good before I joined.
No, it's actually
So
because we had the story episode.
that was our second episode, and
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
2.5 hours long.
You guys have been recording for like what years, right?
2.
2 years, 2.5 years.
2.5, it'll be 3.
This-
I'd like to know how you ended up with Delilah.
Because I'm the guy.
Calm down.
No,
You gamate.
They both were yelling for her, and she heard Lupe's voice first.
See, so like
So-
when mom and dad run this way,
Yeah, she was like,
she
"Oh,
followed
shit."
dad.
so so this is how I ended up with
Because
Delilah.
Nikki was
She
like,
works too
I
much.
don't
She's
know
never
about
home.
it. She started
Yeah.
being an iron worker. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh.
So when we actually split up, I still stayed at Chris's house for like a month, and it was the first week of January. I remember this, huh?
Her dad.
No.
Yeah, this is
I
his
know
parents'
Chris.
house.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chris is best friends with my dad. Which
Yeah.
is
right.
Really weird.
Weird.
Really weird.
I never understood that too when I first. I'm like, wait a minute.
Well,
that's
and you know what,
your
and it's
dad,
funny that
Nikki,
you-
and that's your
My dad
stepdad?
and my stepsister's dad
Yeah.
Right.
are best friends.
Well, I know. That's the when I.
And it's funny because
Fucking weirdo.
I remember being at
This is your dad's house?
it was my mom and dad's house. Yeah.
Okay.
His parents are still together. He's got a good childhood too.
Dad's house? Are they here?
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Probably sleeping.
Obnoxious.
Yeah, they're probably sleeping.
SmackDown just ended.
Why was
No, it ended at 9.
SmackDown
Fuck.
just ended?
No, at 9. You're right.
So. Okay, so first week of January, I was like,
January what? 2017.
2020, 2021, 2021.
After COVID or
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was still living
Yeah,
there in
you were-
2020.
Yeah. So it's 2021. We actually
you and
ended.
Nikki made it through 2020.
Yeah.
Well, they couldn't go anywhere, so
Right. Well.
Me,
Well.
him, and Nikki made it through 2020.
Somehow.
Yeah.
And Lupe's like, shut the fuck up, bitch.
That'll. I'll talk more about that off of
He's
the-
like, that's a whole nother episode.
So she ended things a week after my birthday in 2020,
You're October.
December, and
What a good sister.
Fuck you.
and I stayed at Chris's house until the first week of January, but it was for me. It was like I was in a serious dark place being there.
Yeah, you did tell me about that.
Because like I was always thinking like, is she coming home? Is she gonna come back to me? Everything like that. Like it was just going through my head and everything like that. And it got to the point where I started having suicidal thoughts. Like there were
Damn,
times
bro,
that
I almost got 5150 the other day.
Bomb drop.
Sorry.
what is that?
Sykes Day.
It's a 5150 means like an
Involuntary.
involuntary stay at a mental hospital.
Oh,
wow.
I'll tell you off the air. Shit happened. Anyway, continue.
So there were a few times that I contemplated suicide. Like I had the gun in my hand and everything like that.
Stop it.
Finally, like that was when I decided I was like, I need to get the hell out of this house. January. When did you close on your house, or when did you get the? When we went to the fucking cigar bar.
Fuck. I know January of 22, January 1st of 22 is when we signed the papers, but we didn't.
You were getting a loan, or you were like, oh, I have like $50,000 or some shit. Anyway.
Oh, so we sold our house. That was May then.
Yeah. Oh no.
We sold our house in Hammond, and we were living with our parents, and we had all that extra money.
So anyway, it was the first week of January-ish, and I got of 21, and I got him, our buddy Malibu, Ritz. You were doing something. I don't remember what you were doing, but I was like, let's
You
get
are
everything.
way cooler than I thought you were.
Why?
I was like, let's get everything.
Him or me?
And
You.
Why? What did I do?
I was like, let's get
Being
everything and
cool.
fucking go. So when I had, Nikki had already told me, she's like, whatever you want in the house, just take it. So I'm like, all right,
I'm
fine.
gonna cry.
I filled 3 vehicles full of shit, and I left. I came here, and I had went back for the dog that same day. I got her, and I went home, and it was crazy because like we had went to the cigar bar that night, and I got a text message from Nikki. And I don't even remember what exactly she said. And all I could tell her was like, look, I was like, you gave me the best, like, fucking however many years we were together of my life at the time.
5.
Yeah, 5 years. And I was like, I wouldn't trade it for anything. Like, I've learned a lot from this experience and everything like that. And as soon as I got here, it was like a whole different thing. Like I was
Burden lifted.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like, I mean,
And the love of your parents with you.
yeah, and like you knew me then, and you knew how big I was. Like
I did, yeah.
when I left that house, I was over 300 pounds. I got here.
Yeah, you were fluffy.
Yeah, to say the least. I got here, and that first week, like the first couple weeks, I was just here, and I was like in my fields and everything. Like I'd come down here,
On this motherfucker.
I'd come down here, I'd sit at the bar, and I'd fucking play solitary every night, like by myself.
Oh, Lupe, call me. What the fuck?
So then like the second or third week, my brother hit me up. He's like, my brother hits me up. He's like, hey, come out. And I was gonna go out, and I told him, I was like, you know what? I was like, right now it's just too soon, so I didn't. And then like I started doing research on working out and different diets and everything like that, and I found the keto diet, and I started doing
Very good for your
that.
heart.
I started doing that, and the first week I dropped 15 fucking pounds, and I'm like, all right, I'm like, water weight, fuck it, Second week, another 11 pounds. And then it was just like, it was coming off like crazy. Like I didn't start working out until maybe 2 months later. I started working out with my brother 3 days a week. And then I started hanging out with my brother a lot more. We started traveling. We went to Florida. We went to New Orleans. We went to Tennessee so many times.
I love Tennessee.
And that was...
That's when the tickets were cheap too, because after COVID they were trying to get
it
people
was,
back on the
It was
flights.
still like
Yeah.
during COVID.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I was doing round
21, you definitely was still doing COVID, yeah.
round trip tickets to Mardi Gras was like $100, or New Orleans was like $120. So, I mean, just my brother was my biggest like help, other than my closest friends, Don, sometimes Don.
Mostly me.
Don, fucking Don.
Well, he could go to me for like advice 'cause I've been through it.
Yeah.
But yeah, your brother was your rock though.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when you go through like a divorce, like if you have another person who who's kind of been through that, I can't even I can try to empathize, but I can't because it's so hard.
Yeah.
So hard.
I mean,
that's
it
what I
was-
would do. I would listen when he had to talk, but then I would like tell him what I went through. Just like this, I felt the same way. Like I tried to be a listener more than a talker. Like I know he needed to get it out, so I just like, hey, and I told him a bunch of times, anytime you need to call me, I don't give a fuck what time of the day or night it is. I said that's what I'm here
See,
for.
that's a good friend right
I said that's
there.
what I'm here for, to call me whenever the fuck you need to.
That's a good friend right there.
And the thing
Her.
is, like the mentality that I had growing up was, you're a guy, you don't cry. And I
Facts, and that's boo. on
It-
Oh, yeah.
facts.
yeah, and so my time of letting everything out was when I was by myself, and I would.
I'm not gonna cry.
It was, I mean,
Men's mental health means a lot to me, so like, I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
gonna cry.
I mean, yeah, especially having a son too. It's like I make sure he gets his shit out. Like I talk to him every day, and then he has a therapist. So yeah, like
Which
for
is
real,
good.
Like,
Which
I
is good to
feel-
teach them young.
yeah,
Right.
Yep.
for sure.
Yeah, just like men, like I work with men a lot, and just like I still work with men mostly in their like late 30s and early 40s, and they just don't. They're like, I don't talk to anyone about this. I was like,
Well,
I understand that, but like, you can trust me.
Yeah,
And
That's-
you can talk to me about it. I'm not gonna tell anybody about what you're talking about, and like,
It's just like taboo for men to
so
like be
this is
fucking
gonna be
emotional.
really fucked up
Right.
statistic, but like, this statistic is from 2022. There was 46,464 suicides
80%.
in 2022, and 80% were men.
Yeah.
Well, that's like even for my work, they
That makes me so like my heart just breaks.
start to kind of push like phone numbers that we're able to call or something if we need help for anything. Because I think someone told us
Like 9 a.m. or some shit.
behind cops, like trades workers are the highest suicide rate or something like that.
Well, Lupe, like I don't know if you knew, we had a meeting Monday, a Bruce meeting, and it was just a service team. So it was me, Yariel, Sergio, Zenaida, Sonia, Roberto, Xerxes, and Jeff. And nobody knows this yet except for those 8 people in that room, but we're just talking about random stuff. And just after the weekend we had, I started breaking down. I started crying in front of everybody because I'm in my mind. I'm like, it hit me. Logan's gone in 3 weeks. Like, I don't know. And I haven't even told Jamie this yet because, like, there's enough shit going on. I don't need her knowing that I'm really worried about this Logan thing. So not even you know how much. It's just like,
Damn, y'all about to make me cry.
no, this shit is like weighing on me heavy. Like, and I'm trying to be like, I don't want to say I'm being the strong type, but he's got enough with his mom worried so much and her crying all the time about
But
him leaving.
usually that is how it is. Though.
Right,
You gotta
right.
be this strong.
Well, that's what I don't, and he knows. I told him I've got his back 100%. Like I 100% support his decision, and I don't need him to see me being sad, crying in the background. I need him to know I got his back. You know what I
Right.
mean? But and he's leaving Mother's Day, which is a sad thing for his mom's going to break down.
Speaking of Logan,
is he texting back finally?
he's typing right now. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just, it's weighing on me heavy. And like you've heard me talk about it a little bit on the way there and the way back from Tennessee. And yeah, I broke down in the whole room in front of everybody and like ugly crying and everything. I'm like, all right, I'm sorry. Like I couldn't stop. Like,
Fuck,
but
motherfucker had me crying out in Nashville.
Chris
Yeah.
is over here like, not me. Not
Well,
me, bro.
that's like I was gonna say it with the whole thing of guys letting their emotions out. It has to do with like the eras that we grew up in.
Yeah,
Luckily,
the generation.
luckily, our generation is like one of the last ones to
Finally.
yeah.
Finally.
Because like when we were growing up, it wasn't cool to cry or let your emotions out.
Oh,
Or
you're gay.
Men's
Yeah.
mental health fucking
Yeah.
rock on, dude.
we've talked about it a lot on here. We
I
do.
love
I mean, even Lupe and our friend Chris know. Like with me, the only time my emotions really come out is if I'm like stinking drunk.
Yeah.
Well, that's the issue, right? Is like that's the biggest thing is that what I've seen in my practice all the time is like all these men and a lot of times because I work with court clients, most of the people I work with have committed some sort of felony, and instead of going to prison, it's you go to treatment court. So you go to treatment, you get drug tested, you go to groups, and you like try to find a job. And every single man, I swear to God, that I've worked with has been like, I've never talked to anyone about this.
I believe
ever.
that.
And I'm like, I'm telling you right now, I totally understand that's a really hard thing to do.
It's like
I can't even.
Like, who do you talk to?
Yeah.
No one.
Who do you?
What
And I was
mean
like,
no one?
I'm like, I can't even pretend to like be in your place. I can't do that because I'm not a man. But like, I want to try to help you to let that out because you can't just keep it in.
Right.
Compartmentalizing and stuffing shit down
Definitely not
makes
good
it
for the
worse.
Yeah.
So much worse. And that's how fights happen. That's how physical altercations happen. That's how fucking bar fights happen.
I feel
All that
like
shit.
the only way we can relate personally is the fact that like we had emotionally unavailable mothers and we were
Yes.
raised by our fathers.
Yes.
So for me and you personally, like this isn't for every woman, but like me and you, we are very avoidant to our own feelings.
Yes.
So that's how we can relate like personally.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Because
for
like
sure.
I have a hard time even like when we were on our way here, I was like, I'm having anxiety, but like I'm getting better at recognizing when I'm having that.
Was it because of being on the podcast or something else?
No, it was, well, right before we came here, like, so my husband and I had a dog named Toby. He was a little Shih Tzu. I have a tattoo for him right here. And when I met Brad, it was just me and him and Brad. And then I was like, we should get another dog after, 6 or whatever months. So we did get another dog, and his name's Frankie. We still have him. And then about 4 months after that, Toby died. And like, I just like lost my shit. I was just like, I don't fucking know what to do. I have no clue. Like, I don't know how to operate this shit. And when he was like, he couldn't even tell me he was upset about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, well, and now he's stressed out because we have Frankie and we have another dog that I got because I'm a fucking impulsive fuck. And I fucking got a puppy 4 months after Toby died. And then I got...
Just like Toby.
Yeah, and then I got another puppy just now 3 weeks ago. And it's like, he stresses the fuck out, and I feel so bad that I don't know, like, he just seems like angry? I guess. I don't know. I don't know exactly where I was going with it, but like, it just seems like
trying to
it's...
say, like, as women that grew up with strictly dad, head of the household type of person, like...
Yes,
they're
and that's
like,
how he...
avoid your feelings, you're good, you're fine, like, nothing's wrong with you.
Yeah, avoid
Stop
your
it.
feelings, everything's good, and we went to the vet today, and he was stressed the fuck out. Because we have a puppy who's 9 weeks
Like,
old,
what's wrong?
we have a dog who's
He's
2 years
like,
old, and we have
nothing.
a dog who's 8 years old. And we have all three of them there, and he's stressing the fuck out. And I'm like, everything's fine. We're okay. Everything's good. And as soon as we got home, he was fine. And then I was fucking anxious. And you were like, you asked me if it was because of the podcast. And I was like, honestly, it wasn't because of the podcast. It was because of like...
Leaving the dogs at home, not knowing.
It was because of seeing Lupe.
Oh.
Like, I was having a seriously hard time with that because I was so excited and I was so nervous.
I feel the same way every time I see him.
I was so nervous because I was like,
I'm not
wow,
that great,
like,
guys.
does he, like,
Really not.
associate me with, like, Nikki?
Right.
Like, does he, like, think that I'm, like, her or whatever? But, like, we're not even actually really related.
Right, your
Like,
stepsisters. Yeah.
we're stepsisters. Like, Lori's her mom, Gary's my dad.
Yeah.
They got married. And, like, I
This
just
is how we
felt
started
so
our family.
anxious. And Carissa's like,
Here's the
I
story.
think Lupe's hot. And I'm like, oh my
Whoa,
God.
bust it out.
Wait, who said that?
A bitch. And I was so
Lupe's
I,
blushing. Lupe's blushing.
I feed off of
because
other
I think
people's...
I've met him. I think I met you before.
You did. You
At the
did.
fucking bonfire.
Yes, at the
Yeah,
the
like the
bonfire
big-ass
the weekend
bonfire.
before Thanksgiving.
Like-
My dad always has a big ass
I brought
bonfire.
Sai. Like I brought.
You
Sai.
brought
Yeah.
Silas
It was
with.
me, you, and Brad. Was that the same time that Brad had the DUI?
B-Rad
The
G.
DWI from
That was
the little blowy cell
2021.
phone?
That was 2021.
Were
Did you
those
come
two
to
different
the?
times? Because,
No, I was still with Nikki.
but no,
It couldn't have been because that was still he was still with Nikki. Before that,
So
2021
So
was.
I only met you one time before at the bonfire.
As
Are you
far
talking
as,
about San Bernardino?
Dude, I'm talking about the bonfire. Yes,
I know what you're talking about.
the big ass.
Fire.
It was huge. Like,
I was just saying I was having anxiety because
I don't
Brad was
know.
pissed off, and we were at the fucking vet, and we have 3 fucking dogs, and he was acting weird, and I was having anxiety, and then I get home, and I thought she was off at 5:30, and it's fucking 5:20, and she shows up at the house, and she's like, I gotta put on makeup, and I gotta put my fucking pants on, and I'm like, I'm losing my shit. I don't
Kayla's
fucking know
like,
what's going
I
on.
need to die.
I need to die right now. Like, I don't know what's happening. I was freaking the hell out. I'm like, oh God. And I can't, like, sometimes when I get like that, I can't even support my own husband. I'm like,
So
so way to call out your friend and way to call out me. Thanks.
That's what friends are for, right?
Hey, that's what we're here for.
I'm not gonna let you blush like that and not tell
I
everyone.
know, like fuck you, dude.
Bro, my cheese and ass friend over here.
You might be a tan Mexican, but he can still see the red on you.
We're both over here like,
wow, fuck off.
Fuck off.
bro, fuck off. Well, because I started feeling anxiety because I was like, oh, well, you know, Lupe, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I already side-eyed him. I'm like, damn, bro.
Damn, she went straight in detail, huh?
She knows that. Hey, man, she called me out for crashing the moped. Like, I don't fucking know what to say.
Fuck you.
So you asked for it, what she's saying.
You want
asked for it.
to? Come at me, bro. You are my best
We're
friend.
already a throuple. Like,
Thank you. Exactly. Genau.
That's a good way to wrap things
I
up.
think so.
Nighty night, pilgrims. Buenas noches. Adios.
You guys
Listen
all-
to MmKay podcast.
You guys all hogged the podcast. I wanted you to therapize me or whatever it's called.
Bro, okay, bro, I will tell you right now, this motherfucker, I asked him so many times, I'm like, do we have a fucking topic? Do
Yeah.
we have something to talk about? I'm like, you can ask me questions,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'll answer your question. And she's like, no, we're just winging
I
it.
mean, we did.
I'm
2
like, bro,
hours,
what?
like-
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did. It was good.
See, now I want to hear it.
Now we gotta listen to it for the next 2 hours, right? That's what we do with your podcast.
Dude, every time her and I record a podcast, immediately we listen to it.
Oh, he'll
God.
he'll edit it on Sunday or Monday. He'll edit it on Monday,
Oh,
and it gets
hell
dropped
you
on
need to hurry
Tuesday.
that shit up.
No, it gets dropped on Tuesday. New episodes come out on Tuesday.
So when we first started doing this, I would immediately edit.
Really?
And yeah.
Well, guess what, Lupe? You're immediately editing. Otherwise, you're getting fucking shanked.
I'll take my chances.
I might not be related to Nikki, but damn, have you met my dad?
Whoa.
Anyway, guys.
Anyway, guys, have a good night.
You can find us on all your major podcast platforms at Instagram at Impulsive Thoughts _pod.
Facebook, Impulsive Thoughts, Snapchatter, TikToker, Instagrammer.
Facebooker.
And Kayla, where can we find your podcast?
You can find my podcast on Spotify and Apple Music. MmKay Podcast, MmKay
Okay.
Podcast. MmKay. And you can email me at mkpodcast1@gmail.com. And I am Kayla Has Issues
Okay.
on Instagram.
Nice.
Because Kayla has issues, bitch.
And Cardi B?
I was going to say, and Carissa, where can we find you?
Cardi B.
Spotify.
Melancholy.
Memento Mori.
How do you spell mori?
The optimist.
Like Memento, like Maury Povich, M-A-U-R-Y. Maury.
You are not the father.
No, Mori like M-O-R-I.
M-O-R-I.
Yeah.
Is that French?
I actually don't.
That's a good question,
No, I think
actually.
it's Latin. I think
It's
Memento
Latin.
Mori is
Memento
Latin.
Yeah, I
mori
think- yeah,
means like
you're
we
right.
all die.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's Latin. for
It's
sure.
one word?
No, it's two.
Oh, okay.
Memento,
Memento.
mori.
Mori.
Nice.
At MmKay after. Spotify, bitch.
And Donnie, where can we find you?
Who knows?
Nobody fucking knows. You can find Donnie under the fucking dumpster.
Ron Don John Bon Jovi.
Behind the vape shop.
It's okay, Don.
In the vape
I love you. Man.
That's where
Damn.
I found him.
At the bake shop?
No, behind the vape shop.
Oh, the vape shop.
Behind the bar. What the fuck this shit is?
You found Donnie behind a vape shop?
Wait, what? I'm lost.
You met her before, Donnie?
Knows. It's just never mind.
Inside joke, we don't know.
Somebody snorted. Who snorted?
It's fine.
I'm done.
I don't know what's happening
I
here.
don't either.
I need this explained to me
Good
again.
night.
Too. My non-millennial ass.
All right, guys. Always remember, don't believe everything you think. Peace.
Out.